76, Hawthorn versus North Melbourne on the 7 Network. We bid welcome to viewers right throughout Australia. Greg, the captain of North Melbourne, has won the toss and they're kicking to the eastern end of the ground. Your umpires for the 76 Grand Final, Bill Della and Kevin Smith. There's another bounce there. Nolan moves in there. Up he goes. The tap away. The whistle goes. A free kick going to Mick Nolan of North Melbourne. Nolan. There's the kick going down to the forward zone. The players set themselves there, backing back. Could it be a mark to Melrose behind? No, a free kick has been plucked out of this. It's going to Keenan by the look of it. Crackers Keenan pushed out. Crosswell's not on the ground. Crosswell and Henshaw are 19th and 20th men. Brassey's pulled the switch again. So it's Chisnell who's on the ground. Crosswell and Henshaw, 19th and 20th, as Keenan comes up about 30 metres out, but it's off the side of his boot, and he's put it over the line on the full. Lou.
Ball out of bounds. In that forward pocket position for North Melbourne, and to take the penalty free kick down there is Bremner. Big day for Hawthorn as well. I know it's a big day for both, but last year was a fatal day for them. They're trying to make revenge here today if they possibly can. There's Cable battling his heart out trying to get the ball out, and the umpire's found a free kick. And it will go to, let's see. It goes to Tuck out there on the half-back line. Tuck to take the free kick. Tuck drives the ball back now. Out towards the wing position on that outer side. They all miss it that time. Picked up by Ablett. Hooked it over his shoulder. And a mark out there to Hendry. Hendry's got the mark, and it's not beyond him to kick this one. He's about 55 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. A mammoth crowd here today as Hendry fires for the goals. But he's sliced that one a little bit, and it's through for 1 point. At least it's a score, and the first score coming on the board to Hawthorn. And we see Hawthorn 1 point to North Melbourne, yet to score at the 2-minute mark.
David Dench kicking out from the western end, comes along the northern flank. The players racing for it there. Who's going to come out on top? There's a good mark going to Peter Chisnell. Chisnell on the half-back flank on the northern side, gets it over the wing. Here's Peter Knights in the front there, but the ball is not clear by Eck, but I think Knights will be paid it. Peter Knights between the wing and half-back flank on the northern side. Oh, it's a big kick by Knight, swinging towards centre half forward. They set themselves. Hendry was in that lot. Here's Goad going after the ball. Ablett is in there too. Chisnell comes in to do battle with him, but I think Chisnell got into Ablett's back, and Jeff Ablett, who starred a couple of weeks ago, you'll remember, out at VFL Park, takes the free kick. Forward flank, oh, it's off the side of his boot. Dangerously close to the boundary, in fact forced over there by Moncrief and Dench, and there'll be a throw-in. Hawthorn's forward pocket, northern end, or northern flank. Up the western end, Scott and Nolan go for it. He taps it down beautifully to Greg, but he's grabbed in no uncertain fashion. Greg is still battling for the ball. I think he's got a free kick out of this. Scott and Greg. Well, Scotty's all fired up today, Lou, and we wait for Keith Gregg to take that kick.
Keith Gregg going across the goals, a pretty dangerous move, but it pays off, and Burns got an open run now. Hand pass over to Malcolm Blight, a bit long, but it bounces right. He go, oh, beautiful bit of play by Blight that time, very cool. And a mark to Schimmelbusch. He's down. Blight again, a hand pass back to Schimmelbusch. Not a good one. And Schimmelbusch in plenty of trouble, but he finally breaks clear. Oh, good tackle that time by Eade. And the ball goes down towards North's half-forward line, picked up by Polkinghorn of Hawthorn. And a good pass to mark there to Hendry. Hendry's out towards the wing position on the outer side. There's a lead coming by Moncrief, and a good mark taken by Keith Gregg. Well, he's on that playing on the wing on the member side, but he's on the outer side this time.
He's covering a lot of ground, Louis.
I'll say he's covering a lot of ground. And the kick by Gregg's quite a good one over the half-forward line. It gets up with Knights on his back, and the ball is forced out of bounds on the half-forward line for North Melbourne, about 80 metres around from their goal.
Dick chosen on the half-back flank, playing at centre half-forward. Jones comes in there, number 31, going with Moore, number 28. Up they go. Jones gets a tap away, taken there by Knights. He kicks to the wing position on the outer side. Oh, golly. Up went Sutton, went very high, but it's Hawthorn into attack now. The ball going down towards Moncrief and Dench. Moncrief has got the run on here. He steadies into an open goal, but oh, he's off target. 1 point. 1 point. We'd like to welcome viewers on the 7 network through ATN 7 in Sydney, BTQ 7 in Brisbane, CTC 7 Canberra, TBT 6 Hobart, ADS 7 in Adelaide, SES 8 Mount Gambier, TNT 9 in Launceston and on the North Coast, RBN 2 Wagga, CBN 8 in Orange, MTN 9 in Griffith and DDQ 10 in Toowoomba.
Well, there was a bit of play by Mick Nolan that time. He tried to streak away from the smaller players, but he was good. And a penalty against him for deliberately punching the ball out.
Very nervous opening from both teams.
Well, I think it's always so in a grand final, Mike. The tension is tremendous. Up it goes now. Ball having a go. There's Lethal Lee going for a shot at goals. He doesn't miss. There. Beautiful goal. There's
5 minutes, Lou, into the opening quarter.
Well, there's Matthews who kicked their first goal. And last time these sides met, he kicked 7 goals, 8. And he looks as though he could be the danger man again.
He moved with a lot of certainty then. The 1976 Grand Final at the MCG.
Like a, what's that one you say, like a striking cobra?
Moved with the speed of a striking cobra, indeed. Hawthorn in front. The ball knocked out here towards Ablett. He puts Hawthorn into attack once again down towards Moncrief. Dench comes out with him, but Moncrief is marked. Within kicking distance too. Good opening from Hawthorn. Moncrief taking his time about this. Kicking to the western end of the MCG, jam-packed. There it goes. Oh, he's hooked it terribly right across the face of goals into the pocket. There they go. No mark, however. Or Sutton misses the ball. And out comes Malcolm Blight, but there's a free kick going Hawthorn's way.
To Goad.
Yes, he was grabbed and down, Lou. No doubt in my mind about that free kick, and Alan Goad has got it only about 8 metres out on a slight angle. Oh golly, you couldn't see him missing this one. There's the angle. Ton of goal space open to him. Up comes Goad. It's a goal. I hesitated for a moment. I thought maybe he had missed it from the reaction of the crowd. But Hawthorn now at the 7-minute mark in the 1976 Grand Final moved to 2-2-14. North Melbourne yet to score.
Nice goal by Goad. I think the reason why you hesitated, Mike, it might be a North Melbourne stronghold behind the back of those goals.
Possibly.
Possibly so. Waiting for the ball to be bounced at centre field. There's Matthews with Cable in the centre there, following him around because he knows just how dangerous this little fella can be. Nolan got the tap down, picked up by Burns, and now North Melbourne's turn to swing into attack. They get the ball over the centre half forward position. Going after his crazy horse Cowton. Pushed away again, that time by Duke, and Duke picks it up nicely. But he's put it out of bounds on the full, and a penalty free kick will go to Chisnell. Chisnell to take that penalty free kick on the half forward line, about 75 metres around from the North Melbourne goal. They're yet to score yet. We've played over 8 minutes. Waiting now for Chisnell to drive the ball further forward. He's kicked it up to the right across the front of the goal square, actually. Up they go for Cable. What's he done with it? A goal! Well, we were speaking about Cable, and he certainly struck pretty well that time.
8 minutes into the first quarter of the 76 Grand Final. The scoreboard reads Hawthorn 2-2-14 to North Melbourne, 1 goal straight 6. Well, Lou, it's hard to pick which end is favoured by the breeze.
Well, I think I said that early, Mike. Yeah. You can kick goals both ends today.
You were smack on. And your prediction about Cable was smack on too. Back in the centre. There's the bounce once again. The whistle goes. Somebody's come over the line. And Nolan will take the kick. Mick Nolan in the centre of the MCG. It's a big kick too. Oh, it's a mammoth kick. Deep into the forward zone. Up goes Cowton. It hit him on the head. Couldn't get away with it. Taken there by Tuck. Drives it to the wing position on the southern side of the ground. Here's a race for it. It's a Moncrief and Dench. Your Moncrief is actually on the back line. A whistle goes and a free kick. Going to Dench by the look of it. The elbow came up.
Yeah, against Matthews.
So Dench has got the ball between the wing position and the half-back flank on that southern side. There's his kick coming in towards the centre half forward position, but the Hawthorn backs are standing firm. Burns comes in there. Here's Melrose now trying to pick it up. He's tackled by Jones, and Melrose will take the free kick. Melrose of North Melbourne around about the centre half forward position. There's a lead from Cowton. Oh, the kick, however, from Melrose isn't a good one. Taken away by Lee Matthews. Matthews, oh, he's met there by Cowton after he kicked. There'll be a free given downfield. And it's going to be Moncrief to take it. Moncrief of Hawthorn. It's a big kick into the forward zone. Up goes Scott. The man in front couldn't quite get away with it. The ball taken by Sutton. He copped one for his trouble too. And now the ball is taken downfield, or free kick will be given downfield to Greg of North Melbourne. The umpires are certainly letting the players know who the bosses are out there. The Hawthorn player ran over the line, and a 15-metre penalty.
Well, this gives Greg a chance to really put North Melbourne deep into attack. He decides to play on. He's kicked the ball well over the half-forward line. Up it goes towards the goal post. Up it comes out as Cable again. A shot, smothered that kick, but he's buttering up again. He fires. Another goal to Cable. Well, there goes the little champ down the centre of the ground. And North Melbourne. What a goal that was, Michael, because he did make a mistake when the kick was smothered, but he got it back again. And we see North Melbourne 2 goals to 14. 2 goals, is it? I'm sorry.
2-2-14 to North Melbourne.
2 goals straight. I'm sorry about that.
Well, that's the excitement, Lou, and the pressure that's on here at the MCG.
Well, we're in a bad spot for the scoreboard here too, from where we're sitting. I must say that, Michael. I can see the other one over there now. I've been looking
Not
for it all
the best,
day.
but that's a little bit slower too. The one on the out of there. There's Cable putting North Melbourne into attack once again. The ball goes down here, but it's taken away there by Tuck. Tuck's kick is smothered, but it's picked up by Doog. Doog a hand pass over to Bremner. Bremner of Hawthorn gets it to the half-back flank on that outer side. Down to the ground it comes. A chance for North to go forward. Melrose gets it over to Cable. Cable's kick, however, is touched. In comes Moore. Moore gets a hand pass across here, and the ball driven forward by Ick. 1 point results. So that makes it a point the difference. Hawthorn are 2-2-14, North Melbourne 2-1-13.
Waiting on the ball to come back into play now. It'll be Bremner to kick off. You never know these days. They pick fellas at full-back position, but they very rarely kick off. The ball kicked wide. Scott in front. Couldn't hold the mark. Gumbel's on his back. Polkinghorne knocks the ball over now to Knights. And Knights shoots the ball back towards the centre of the ground. Here's a run now for Sutton. He's pinned for holding the ball against him by Calvin Matthews. Certainly pinned him that time.
Good tackle, Louis.
They call this fella's built like a tank. He's about 48 around the chest. Calvin Matthews drives the ball over the centre half forward position. Oh, he went up there on his own, Martello, and still dropped the mark. Picked up that time by Feltham. Cleared away by Lee Matthews, and a mark to Moncrief. And he's only about 35 metres out from goal directly in front. It was a missed kick that time. I wouldn't say it was a pass, but still he's got the ball. He's laughing all the way to the goals. Waiting on Moncrief to go for Hawthorn's 3rd goal. Very tense game and a magnificent crowd here. Unbelievable. The kick, it's right through the middle. So Hawthorn go to 3 goals to 20 points to North Melbourne 2-1, 13 points at the 13-minute mark of the first quarter.
Well, it's nip and tuck. A lot of experts predicted fireworks, physical fireworks here, but so far we haven't seen much.
It could happen, Mike. Any tick of the clock.
I reckon the team that starts at Lou would be in dire danger of losing the grand final. Do you know that? New ball being brought out. One being souvenired up there. I can see the members of the Victoria Police Force having a look up into the crowd. It would be like finding a needle in a haystack. There are 120,000 people here to find one football up there. They'd need to be really good. Hello, it's been brought back.
Well, there you are.
The stern eye of the law has had the ball returned. Anyhow, they're playing on with the new ball in the centre. Down it goes once again. Scott gets up there. Keenan runs right into Scott's back. Jack Hill, the blind miner, could see that one. Scott to take the kick in the centre of the MCG. There's a kick going forward to the western end. Oh, Henry, almost a good mark, comes down to Martello. Martello kicks forward. Keenan couldn't get his hand to it. Out they come. It's Moncrief pushing the ball in front of him. He's tackled by Cable. He's still going, Moncrief. A chance for Calvin Matthews. Gets it over to Lee Matthews. Lee breaks clear. He tries a pass across here towards Henry. Henry in a bit of trouble. Almost lost his head. He's getting a free kick.
Well, I wouldn't have given him a free kick. It was a fair bump.
Got him pretty high, Lou.
He was down. He was down low. He had his head down, Mike.
Regardless of what we argue about, Henry's got the free kick there. Driving Hawthorn forward. It's a big kick right in the goal square. One behind. One behind to Hawthorn now, taking them on to 3-3. That will be 21 to North Melbourne, 2-1-13.
It's David Dench. Bring the ball back for North Melbourne, out towards Chisnell and Ablett. Chisnell got his hands through it. He backs up pretty well. He's playing the ball very well in front of him now. He won't give in. And good play by Chisnell.
Oh.
And he's down. It'll be a free kick up the field. There's Crackers. It looks though it's Scott's the hatchet man today. Yeah. It's against Keenan.
That was too, Lou. I saw what he did.
Paid up the free. It was a foolish play on the part of Keenan because the free kick was given further up the field against Hawthorn. He's kicked it off the side of his boot. Oh, they're having a go, these two. Look at them. By golly, they're having a go.
Well, let's see what happens. Is Keith Gregg about to get set to drive the ball out?
Early before, Mike.
Yes. Oh, well, it was due to happen, wasn't it? There's the kick now from Gregg going to the half-forward flank for North Melbourne. They set themselves a mighty pack of players, but the ball forced over the line. Oh, it's on again. Looks like Keenan's down. Oh, he got up very quickly. Well, look at the face. He's kidded to them. It wasn't hurt at all.
Well, he's mad to do that because the umpires can wake up to him very quickly.
No, he's not getting the free kick at all. It's still the throw, and the umpire did wake up, Louis. They don't like being conned. Keenan and Scott once again. It comes down to Peter Knights. Knights of Hawthorn down towards centre half forward there. No mark, however. Through comes Sutton of North Melbourne. The ball goes over to Byrne of North. He gets a hand pass over to Malcolm Blight. Here's Blight running towards the southern flank. Kicks down towards the half-forward flank. Tuck couldn't hold the mark, however. There should be a free kick to Hawthorn, but it's Doob taking the ball away. Doob gets it out to the wing position on the outer side, taken by Rawlings. Rawlings of Hawthorn drives down towards the pocket on that outer side. They come out to meet it. Here's a go for Jones, but the ball beats him over the boundary line. Well, still a little skirmish going on behind play, Lou, but we can't watch everything.
No, we can't. The ball out of bounds down there on Hawthorn's half-forward line. Martello in front, grabs the ball. Now then he loses. Crackers Keenan right on his back. He's got to concentrate, Crackers. If he doesn't, he's out of business. The ball back into play again. Keenan got that knock it off. Good play that time by Hendry. Got a free kick and played for it and deserved it too. We see Hendry. He'd be about... my golly, he's got off to a great start this quarter, Hendry, Michael.
You kick this.
Well, he's only about 55 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. The goals are pretty well open to him. As you can see there on the screen, he'll fire. And the kick is a good one. It's a beautiful kick. Beautiful kick by Hendry. And they go to 4 goals, 3, 27 points. Hawthorn to North Melbourne, 2-1-13 at the 80-minute mark of the first quarter, and they're starting to look pretty good.
They've got the upper hand at this stage, Hawthorn.
Well, if they fall for Don Scott, they're off their heads because that's his idea. That's the idea, to get them rattled. They're coming back foolishly, some of them too, particularly Keenan. There he is there on your screen.
Scott will take as much as anybody dishes out.
Well, that's right. A novice with that stuff that Scott's doing.
That's right. There's Scott now.
He's only a 3-round boy.
Resting in the forward pocket. Yeah, it's a bit hard to step up to main events.
I'll say it is.
Back in the centre. Down she goes. Oh, it's an awkward bounce. The whistle goes, however. Somebody's over the line. A free kick going to Goad of Hawthorn. Alan Goad, giving them good service this year. It's a kick down towards centre half forward. Chance here for Rawlings. Gets up, tries to knock the ball away. Ablett comes in there with Burns. Ablett is still going. Oh, he breaks clear now from Burns. Puts his left boot into it. Sends it right down through for one behind. So that takes Hawthorn now on to 4-4. That will be 4-4, 28 to North Melbourne, 2-1-13. It's a while since North Melbourne have scored, actually, at the 10-minute mark, and we're now, it's 9 minutes actually since they've scored. Big kick from Dench going right up into the centre. That was a beautiful kick. The mark will be paid to Moore. Gee, that was a big kick. It's only a few metres short of the actual centre circle. Moore putting North Melbourne into attack now. Drives over centre half forward. They set themselves a mark there to Melrose. Almost a free kick to Doog at one stage. Almost, I said. We wait for Melrose to take his kick. Well, he's a good 60 metres out. He's directly in front, however. The ball's on its way. This is going to be close. It can't be any closer. It's through. 20 minutes into the first quarter of the 1976 Grand Final. The scoreboard now reads Hawthorn 4-4, 28. North Melbourne 3-1, 19.
Magnificent goal that time by Melrose, and they badly needed it, North. They were starting to flag a bit. Scott got him a bit rattled. And it's Nolan this time against Jones. 31 Jones, big Nolan, the galloping Gasson gets the knock at a beautiful one to Burns. Burns over the centre half forward position. A chance for Malcolm Blight now. A good mark to Wick in front. It dropped a bit. The wind got that. No, he balked in that time. And the ball's driven up towards the goal square. Keenan at the back. Moore gets his hands to it. Oh, there we see them getting toppled over left and right there. And the umpire's going to ball it up right on the edge of the goal square for North Melbourne. Not messing around that North Hawthorn defence. They go in like nobody's business. Knocked out by Jones. A good one. It comes out to the back. There we see the ball go, trying to pick it up, and it's finally out of bounds. A free kick to Goad. I'd say it was too, because he was grabbing, he didn't have the ball.
Goad from the back pocket on the northern side takes his kick up towards the wing position. They set themselves. Moore knocks the ball clear. Rawlings just couldn't handle the situation, but he's still going. Plenty. Burns almost copped the beauty then, and he's getting the free kick. Burns of North Melbourne keeps the pressure on. Drives deep into the forward zone. Keenan sets himself. Couldn't hold the mark, however, taken by Doog. Doog comes along this northern flank once again. Goad is after it there. In comes Melrose, but Goad comes out. Gets the ball across here towards O'Halloran it was. He sends it up towards the wing position. Up goes Henry. Breaks clear with the ball. He's in a bit of trouble, however. Gets a hand pass. Who's going to get this ball? It's David Dench pushing the ball in front of him. Moncrief is after him. Dench gets a hand pass over towards Byrne. Byrne still coming along that southern flank now. From the wing position. Gets the ball to the half-forward flank. They set themselves. It's an awkward bounce, however. In comes Polkinghorne. Polkinghorne puts his boot into it. Drives in towards the centre half-back position. It's an awkward one. Taken away there by Feltham. Up goes it's Calton of North Melbourne, and he'll be awarded the mark. He's only about 20 metres out, directly in front, Calton. North Melbourne plugging away. Well, you saw last week in the preliminary final against Carlton, they'll never give up. And a grand final it's turning out to be as Calton comes in, kicking to the eastern end. There's the kick. The result looks pretty good. It's a goal. So at the 22-minute mark in the first quarter of the 1976 Grand Final, the scoreboard now reads Hawthorn 4-4, 28, North Melbourne 4-1, 25.
Only 3 points the difference at the 22-minute mark, so it's a real ding-dong struggle, and I think it'll be like this until, I'd say, into that last quarter when one side starts to tire a little. Waiting now. They're both perfectly fit, these sides, and by golly, both coaches should be complimented the way they've decked their sides out today. Here we go now. Nolan against Scott. Nolan gets the knockdown of Greg. He's in trouble. He's grabbed. He tries to get out. He's out now. He's down. Ooh. And Burns has got the ball. He's trying to break clear. They're having plenty of trouble getting it away from the centre, North, but Burns finally gets it down towards the half-forward line. They're all up in the air now. And there we see Knights trying to force his way through the pack. At least he taps it out to Tuck. Another hand pass out to Rowlands, and Rowlands doesn't mess about. He gets the ball down there to mark to Henry. He's become a danger play, and a 15-metre penalty against Byrne, and rightly so too.
Yep.
He's been a very dangerous player down there, that half-forward line, this number 25, Henry. Already kicked one goal. And this one is not beyond him either. The left footer comes in. It's a long kick, but this time it's right across the face of goals and through for 1 point. And the Hawks go to 4 goals, 5-29, and North Melbourne 4-1, 25. Only 4 points the difference, and we're at the 24-minute mark of this first quarter.
David Dench kicking out. Looks like he's going to the southern flank. He does so. Moore is out there, but he's tackled by Big Al Martello, and Moore takes the free kick. Moore's kick now going down towards that wing position. Oh, a bit of bustling going on, but Schimmelbusch comes out with the ball. Maybe a bit lucky to get away with that one. Schimmelbusch now right down into the forward zone proper. Up goes O'Halloran. Bremner in front there. Through comes Zick. Just couldn't keep it. Oh, it's kept in play there by Cowton. Ick gets one in the back, and he will take the free kick. Stephen Ick, son of a former great North Melbourne player, Laurie Ick. It's a big boot by Ick. It's going slightly across the face of goals. Could be forced through for one behind, yes. So it takes North Melbourne now on to 4-2, and Hawthorn are 4 goals 5.
Calvin Moore, the fullback, going for a short pass to Tuck. It's a bit, no, it's okay. Looked a bit wobbly for a while, and Tuck takes that free kick a little short of the back pocket position. Down there on Hawthorn's defence as he gets the ball up towards the wing position now. Punched away well by Feltham. And as they go now for Burns as he drives the ball up towards the full forward zone. At the back is Dawson's got his hands to it, couldn't hold the mark, he fell over. This gives Knight's a great run for the ball. He doesn't mess about, shoots it back towards Rowlands, and he'll streak away. And looking out there for Moncrief, and I think Moncrief's got the mark. He'd have to mark that, even though David Dent nearly pulled him right through the ground. He's already kicked 1 goal, Moncrief, and he's about 55 metres out. On a pretty difficult angle, but at least he's kicking on his right kicking foot. He'll have to fire for this outside goal. The breeze will bring it right in for him. He'll kick towards the member stand. Moncrief, on the 95 mark of the goal kicking for the year, only needs 5 more for his century. Let's see what he can do. Get closer to it now with this kick of Moncrief. The kick looks a pretty good one to me. That's his 2nd goal. He goes to 96 now, and we see Hawthorn still in front. Hawthorn are now 5 goals, 35 to North Melbourne 4-2-26. 26 minutes gone of this first quarter.
Hawthorn have not been headed so far in the grand final. Umpire Kevin Smith in control there in the centre. Down she goes. Scott in the ruck there. Nolan comes in for North Melbourne. It's Nolan getting the tap down, but it's Shark there beautifully by Lee Matthews, putting Hawthorn into attack once again. Up goes Byrne, couldn't hold the mark. Who's going to come out with it? Byrne pushes the ball clear, but I think the umpire, Bill Della, had decided on a ball up. We must congratulate Bill Della too. He missed, it was last season, wasn't it, Lou?
Yep.
With a back injury, but he's back in harness, and to see him in the grand final, that's a wonderful tribute to his courage. Through comes Rawlings there, but Malcolm Blight got one right in the face. Guess who handed it out?
Well, he's fixed a few up today, Scotty, hasn't he?
I'd sooner be playing on his team than against him, I'll tell you that.
He's got a bit of a punch for a dress designer too. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
He's a magnificent player, Lou. 15-metre penalty against Hawthorn. There's Scotty. What a great champion he is. Malcolm Blight's kick. It's a big one down towards centre-half forward for North Melbourne. Keenan's backing back there, but up goes Moore from the back. Not paid the mark, however. There's a stalemate on here. Out comes Ick with the ball. Tries to break clear, but the umpire, Kevin Smith, had decided on the bounce. Only about 30 metres out from the North Melbourne goal. Down she goes. Keenan moves in there with Jones. It's Jones who gets the tap down, or actually Keenan also got his hand to it. Cowton's on the bottom of that lot. There'll be another ball up, this time about 25 metres away from the goal. North Melbourne slowly but surely getting that ball down towards their goals. There's the bounce once again. Jones, big knock away by Jones out towards the half-back flank. Martello's there, but the ball is taken away by Rawlings. He gets a hand pass across here towards Polkinghorne. It's over the boundary line. There'll be a throw in. North Melbourne's half-forward flank on the northern side of the ground. Here's the throw in. The players set themselves. Moore coming in there with Jones. The ball comes down to Cable. His kick is smothered, and down goes Cable too. Taken there by O'Halloran of Hawthorn. O'Halloran kicks it up towards the centre half-forward position. No mark. Here's a race for the ball. Through comes Kelvin Matthews. He cops one from Chisnell, and Kelvin Matthews will take the resultant free kick. No shadow of doubt, Lou.
No shadow of doubt. A free kick to Matthews. They've put him in hard and fast at the moment, both sides. As we wait for the ball to be kicked up towards David Dench and Moncrief. Actually, Moncrief flew up before acceptances that time, and the ball was punched out of bounds. Out of bounds in the forward pocket. Now a chance for Hawthorn to get a goal. It's only about 30 metres around from their goals. Scott and Nolan. Nolan got the knockout. Down goes Calvin Matthews. They're pouncing on him as we see the big fella Martello has shot for goal, but he's put it out of bounds on the full. And there'll be a penalty free kick down there to Feltham in the back pocket.
Feltham about to come along this northern flank now, coming up to quarter time in the 76 grand final. It's a tight one. Capacity crowd enjoying every moment of it. There's a hand pass. This could be dangerous. Dench has messed it up. Here's danger. It's Henry with the ball. He kicks. He's hit the post. Hit the post. Oh, golly. Now, I know North Melbourne rely on handball, but you could see from the moment that started there was danger. Dench kicks out along the northern flank, finds his skipper and Keith Gregg. Gregg looked for the hand pass, but decided against it at the last moment. And now he tries one over towards Feltham. Feltham's got it. Back towards Gregg. Oh, he copped one too. And down goes Lee Matthews, and there's no doubt. Oh, look out. Well, I'm not allowed to comment any further. You saw what happened. He's pretty seedy too. Well, he doesn't quite know where he is at the moment, Keith Gregg. One House, the head trainer, out there to him. Well, what effect will this have on him? A little bit steadier now. By golly, he certainly copped it. Gregg now takes his kick. He comes along this northern flank, over the wing position, down towards the half-forward flank, and the mark is taken there in defence by Martello. The whistle's blown, bringing the North Melbourne player back on the mark. Martello takes his kick back towards his half-forward flank for Hawthorn. Abler pushes the ball away. In comes Cable, but the ball beats him over the boundary line. And any second from now, the siren will go for quarter time. Here's the throw in. The players set themselves. Jones gets up there. Scramble on the wing position. Nobody going anywhere at this stage, but a free kick comes out of it. Oh, she's going to be tough. And Rawlings has got the free kick. Burns didn't want to give that ball up at all. Rawlings of Hawthorn about to put them into attack. There's the kick. Oh, it's not a bad one either. Sutton backing back, but Nolan says it's mine, and he takes the mark. Mick Nolan as the siren goes, ending the first quarter of the 1976 Grand Final. And at quarter time, let's have a look at the scoreboard, shall we? Hawthorn a 5-6-36, North Melbourne 4-2-26. Here we go, the second quarter of the 1976 Grand Final. Hawthorn and North Melbourne. As we go into it, the scoreboard reads Hawthorn 5-6 to North Melbourne 4-2. And of course North are kicking up to the western end in this second quarter. There's a free kick coming out of this, going to Lee Matthews, right in the centre of the MCG. Matthews comes straight across the ground. He's looking for brother Kelvin. He's got time to pick the ball up, driving Hawthorn into attack down to the eastern end. Here's a go for Goad. He moves into it there, but he's spoiled, however, by Sutton. Sutton of North Melbourne, a long hand pass up towards Mick Nolan. Nolan's got the ball, but he can't get away with it. In comes Kelvin Matthews. Almost lost his head. The ball pushed over the line, and there'll be a throw in. Hawthorn's half-forward flank on the member side or northern side. Here's the throw in. Up they go. It's tapped down here by Moore. Lee Matthews dives on top of the ball. Gregg dives on top of him, and out comes Matthews with the free kick. Lethal Lee. What a player he is. Deep into the forward zone. Up goes Henry, but the ball knocked away there by Byrne. Taken here by Ablett. He drives forward, and Goad is waiting there and takes the easiest of marks. Fell right into his waiting arms. Goad has kicked one goal. This occasion, he'd be about 30 metres out, directly in front. Alan Goad of Hawthorn coming in. It's on its way. It's not a bad kick. It's right through the centre. And there's another one to Hawthorn. Kick to the 1 minute mark in the second quarter. Coming up towards the 2 minute mark, actually. And we now find the scoreboard reading. Hawthorn 6-6 to North Melbourne 4-2. It's a good hard starter, Lou.
Good start for Hawthorn. Off to a good lead. 2 goals for 16 points. You can't beat that for a start. Knocked out by Nolan over towards Gregg, but he fumbled the ball that time, and so did Schimmelbusch a bit too. They're going a little bit harder, Hawthorn, as we see Moore trying to pick it up. Martello takes it away from him, picks it up. Hand pass to Heed. Heed goes for a pass up to the full forward position. There's a go for Matthews now. Kicked off the ground that time by Sutton and through for 1 point. That relieved the pressure for a bit because they were hot on their collar that time, North Melbourne. So it's 6 goals, 7. 43 points to Hawthorn to North Melbourne. 4 goals, 2. 26 points. The ball back into play now. That time by Dench as it goes out towards Nolan. There he got his hands to it, couldn't hold the mark. They're everywhere, these Hawthorn players, as the ball is kicked by Eade. Getting up high was Dench as it go now for Goad. In comes Cable, bounced the wrong way. Jones gets it down to Goad. He'll have a snapshot for goal. Look at the result. but it's through and out of bounds on the full, and a penalty free kick to go down there to Sutton in the back pocket position for North Melbourne.
Sutton will come along that southern flank, I've no doubt, Lou. I don't think he'll try anything fancy in that position. Sutton, former Tasmanian, played most of the year in the reserves, but he's back in the big time at the right time. There's a kick going out to the halfback flank. Oh, Martello misses it. It's taken here by Rawlings. Rawlings of Hawthorn looks downfield. It's a big kick by Rawlings into the forward zone. Moncrief is there. Dents bustles him. Dents dives on top of the ball. It's picked up by Goad. A hand pass over towards Hendry. Hendry tries to get his boot to it. Couldn't do so. Through comes Feltham of North Melbourne. His hand pass coming out here towards Frank Gumbleton. Gumbleton gets around his opposition. Kicks the ball forward. It's marked there by Dent. He gets away from Scott. Gets it over towards Cable. And here's a little champion in action as Cable kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Over the wing position now. Free kick has come out of this. It's going to Malcolm Blight. Blight plays on immediately for North Melbourne. He's running in towards the centre half forward. He straightens. He kicks. He's offline, and 1 point will result. That will take North Melbourne on to 4-3 to Hawthorn 6-7.
Waiting for the ball to come back into play now. It'll be Moore. Kicks the ball out to the member side the ground.
The umpire was still waving the flags, Lou.
Yes, well, he's played the mark to Jones. He should have waited till he waved the flags. There's Jones driving the ball over towards the centre of the ground now. In front is Martello. Punched away that time by Moore, playing at centre half back as they go now for Rick. Hand pass over to Burns. He's got a straight run for the goals. He fires, and it looks pretty good. A goal. And North Melbourne go to 5 goals, 33. Only 10 points behind Hawthorn, 6-7, 43 at the 4-minute mark of this second quarter. Well, they're still in there fighting North. It's a long way from over yet, and it's be a bit foolish to try and predict what's going to happen at this stage of the match.
Keith Gregg looking all right there, Lou. I've had the glasses on him in the centre. Seems to have recovered from that first quarter knock he got. Bill Della, the man in white, in control in the centre. Down it goes. They move in. It's Jones and Nolan. Nolan gets a tap away. Cable has another punch at it. Through comes Burns, but he couldn't get the ball. It's picked up by Martello of Hawthorn. Into the forward zone once, and out comes Scott. Pushes the ball over towards Moncrief. He couldn't handle the situation. Taken away by Sutton. Sutton of North Melbourne up towards the wing position on the outer side. And there's a great mark. Great mark to Jeff Ablett of Hawthorn. Ablett slightly into the forward zone. Takes his kick. Right down towards the goal square. The big men fly. Knocked away by Gumbleton. Comes over towards Cable. He misses it. Comes here to Rawlings. Rawlings of Hawthorn straightens. He shoots. It's a goal. 5 minutes into the second quarter of the 1976 Grand Final. The scoreboard reads Hawthorn 7-7-49, North Melbourne 5-3-33.
Little Cable wouldn't be too happy about that going right between his legs. There he is in the centre, Cable. He wouldn't be happy about that one because that resulted in a goal. Very unprofessional-like for the little professional. Let's see whether he can make amends or not. Back to the centre. It'll be Nolan and Jones to go for the knockout. Knocked out by Nolan again, but they're not getting it away, North. It's not Nolan's fault as Jones tries to pick it up now. They're all having a go, and the umpire says play on. If we see Moore tap the ball over to Cable. He's grabbed it up now. He said play on. Picked up by Ick now. The ball driven down towards the forward pocket. Counton goes, but so is Brenda, but he's the better, and he's got the mark. A hand pass coming backwards that time to Moore, running around the boundary line as he gets the ball back towards the wing. Punched away by Ick, away from Knights, and the ball is out of bounds. On the centre wing position, waiting for the ball to come back into play. 16 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn at the moment. As we see Peter Knights get a kick back over the half-forward line. And down it goes, and the ball is finally forced out of bounds, still on Hawthorn's half-forward line, about 80 metres around from their goal. Waiting for the umpire to bring the ball back into play. Waiting now for the umpire to throw it in. Players in readiness. There's Martello in front. Got the tap down, but pushed away that time by Schimmelbusch, and he'll get a free kick on that half-back line. He was ridden to the ground, and little Schimmelbusch now having a run on the ball. The half-forward flag. Up it goes. Not a great kick. It falls a bit, and Jones gets his hands with. Chisnell overruns the ball, and so does Tuck, and put out of bounds. This time it's on the wing position on the member's side of the ground.
Slightly into North Melbourne's territory, the throw. It's Jones coming through, and he knocks it straight back over the boundary line. Crosswell standing up there. Dying to get into this, I've no doubt. Here's the throw in. Nolan. Oh, he gets into the back of Jones. It was an accident. But nevertheless, it's Jones to take the free kick. Bernie Jones of Hawthorn. On the half-back flank, on the northern side, the kick is touched off the boot. Down it comes here towards Polkinghorne. Is he in trouble? A chance here for Calvin Matthews. He's completely surrounded. And a free kick is going North Melbourne's way. Goes to Burns. Burns gets it straight over to Feltham. Feltham of North Melbourne right into the forward zone. The big men fly. It's not clear. Here's Melrose after it. Peter Knights is with him though. Knights has got the ball and deliberately kicks it through for a behind. Well, that was a shrewd move. He was all dressed up, but he had nowhere to go. So that's a point to North Melbourne. Takes them on to 5-4 it will be to Hawthorn 7-7.
Ball back into play now by Calvin Moore. Jones and the galloping gasometer go. At the back that time was he, but he tapped it down to Burns. Burns fires up towards Carlton and Moore. Moore in front. Got his hands to it. Couldn't hold the mark and the ball is out of bounds. In the forward pocket. A chance for North Melbourne to score if they're strong enough and good enough. It'll be Keenan and Jones to go for the knockout. Keenan takes the back seat this time. And Jones gets the knockout towards Duke. And Duke's got it on the boundary line, but he slips and takes it out of bounds again. He's kicked it out of now. It's a free kick to him. He must have got pushed in the back. A hand pass. It goes over to Moore. They're not frightened to pass in front of goals, these guys. And a good mark to Ablett. Away that time from Dawson. He streaks away. Look at this guy go. He's got plenty of pace. It's the second bounce. And he goes for a kick now and a pass. Looking out there for Hendry. It bounces okay, or has it gone too far? It's gone too far. Coming in is Calvin Matthews. Kicked off the ground. That time by Sutton it is. He's going in pretty hard. He's given a free kick, and the free kick will go to Ablett. I think a little bit harsh that time because he was going flat out.
Ablett takes his kick. Swings it in towards centre-half forward. Martello's there. Up he goes. Will he be paid the mark? No. Taken away there by Moore of North Melbourne. Over the centre, up towards centre-half forward. O'Halloran knocks it clear over towards Tuck. He can't handle it. In comes Chesnell, but he loses the run of the ball. Taken there by Knights. Knights of Hawthorn swings around. Gets it into the forward zone. Taken away there by Eade. Eade of Hawthorn down forward. The mark taken in defence there by Dench of North. Here's Dench now coming along this northern flank. It's not a bad kick, right to the wing position. Up they go. Knight spoils the opposition. In comes Tuck. Blight is in there too. It's O'Halloran of Hawthorn taking his kick. Goes down into the forward zone. The mark taken by Eade. Eade pretty quiet in the first quarter. Has come right into it in the second quarter. Eade's kick going down goalwards. They set themselves. Oh, Moncrief went up before acceptances again. In comes Dench with the ball. He gets a hand pass over to Feltham. Could be trouble here. They're battling away. In comes Goad. Couldn't get away with it. It's picked up by Lee Matthews. His kick is smothered. In comes David Dench. A hand pass across here to Byrne. Doesn't come off. The handball's not working for North at this stage. Little Cable dives in front of Lee Matthews. He runs into McNolan, but he gets the ball over to Dench, who's grabbed by Goad. It comes out to Dawson. Dawson of North Melbourne up towards Carlton on the wing position. And Carlton breaks clear of Bremner. Pushes the ball in front of him. He better get his kick pretty smartly. But again, he tries a hand pass over to Melrose. Melrose up towards the half-forward flank on that southern side. O'Halloran's in there doing battle for Hawthorn. Burns comes in for North Melbourne. The ball is taken over the boundary line. There'll be a throw-in in North Melbourne's forward pocket on the southern side up the western end. Let's see what happens here. Jones is going to do the ruck work against Keenan of North Melbourne. Malcolm Blight's in this lot too. Jones gets the front posse, but the cap away goes to Keenan, but he's given away a free kick. He got Jones right in the back. A hand pass over here towards Moore, the fullback for Hawthorn and state fullback. Gets it down towards the wing position. Big old Martello goes up. There's no doubt he'll be awarded the mark.
Good mark to Martello, a strong one that time. Well, he slipped over going back for his kick as he drives it up to the half-forward line. Chance for Greg. Looks though he's recovered okay from that nasty knock he got from Lee Matthews in that first quarter. Drives the ball back now towards Cable and Duke, but Cable in the back seat. Let's Duke take an easy one. And Duke's got it on the half-back line now for Hawthorn.
Greg is playing in that back pocket, Lou.
Yeah, they've got 49 points on the board, Hawthorn, and North Melbourne 34. An easy mark taken that time by Feltham, a 15-metre penalty. The umpire called play on as he gets the ball over the half-forward line now. Going after is Blight and Duke. Good play by Blight as he gives it over to Carlton. Carlton going for a run. He better kick it. He does now. Right across the face of goals it goes. And a good mark to Tuck. They're strong, Hawthorn, particularly in defence. They're playing confident football. Waiting on Tuck. Tuck, a very valuable player, plays the same sort of game every week. There's Hendry. Oh, good play. He's played a great game, this fella, too, on the centre wing. Hendry now, ready to send the Hawks into attack. Up to the centre half-forward position it goes. Punched away by Martello from Moore. Picked up by Gummel. A very quick kick and a hurried one. Out goes Ablett and Dawson. Going after it now is Rowlands. He overruns it. This allows Dawson to get a bit of a kick, but it's a shocking kick by Dawson. Now it's O'Halloran. He gets it on the first volleys. He goes for a pass, looking for Rowlands, but it's too long, and the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds on that half-forward line for Hawthorn, about 70 or 80 metres around from their goal.
Lou, we're 13 minutes into the second quarter of this grand final, and Malcolm Blight hasn't had one opportunity, to my knowledge, of going for one of those big marks. Good play by Hawthorn, but the ball comes across here to Gumberland. Oh, it's intercepted by Rawlings. Rawlings is getting the free kick.
Making some mistakes, North, aren't they?
Aren't they ever? They made a lot of mistakes last week and got away with it. The ball comes down there to Ablett. Ablett is on the half-forward flank on the southern side, kicking the ball to the eastern end of the magnificent MCG. Waiting for Jeff Ablett to come up. Well, he'd have to kick this the best part of 60 yards to put it through. It's on its way. By golly, it's going to be close. It was touched in the absolute last line of defence. And so we wait for David Dench to kick out at the 14-minute mark in the second quarter of the grand final. The scoreboard reads Hawthorn 7-8-50, North Melbourne 5-4-34. Dench coming along this northern side. Up goes Keenan, couldn't get away with it. A hand pass doesn't quite come off. There's more down there on the forward line. The tuck comes in. Oh, golly. It gave me a shock. The full back right down on the forward line for Hawthorn. In comes Goad, loses sight of the ball. Picked up by Feltham. Feltham gets it back in towards the centre. Up went Blight, but O'Halloran was with him. Out comes Dawson. Oh, he's almost collected there by Rawlings. Dawson eventually gets it. Gets it over here towards Burns. Burns up towards centre half forward, but Calvin Moore takes the mark at centre half back for Hawthorn. Moore comes out to this northern flank now. Oh, here's a go. He finds Eade. Eade all on his own there. Hawthorn looking a little bit quicker at this stage. The kick goes in towards the centre. Oh, out came Scott. Lost complete sight of the ball, but it's Hawthorn throw. O'Halloran trying to go forward. A rebound, sends it up here towards Schimmelbusch. Schimmelbusch of North Melbourne into the forward zone. Out comes Bremner. He's got the ball. He breaks clear of the opposition. Hawthorn looking strong and confident. Moore knocks the ball away from Martello. In comes O'Halloran of Hawthorn. O'Halloran tries to get it down into the forward zone. He does so. Up goes Dench. No free kick, no mark. Nothing there for him. A hand pass from Byrne. Finds Dench once again. He's tackled by Polkinghorn. But Dench loses control of the ball, taken by Polkinghorn, steers it in towards centre half forward, and there's a great mark taken by Hendry of Hawthorn. Hendry, a quick kick down into the forward zone. Will the mark be paid? It's Keenan coming out with it. He's grabbed by Kelvin Matthews. In comes Goad. There's Keith Gregg throwing his weight around. The ball picked up there by Keenan, and Gregg is getting a free kick.
Oh, great play that time by Hawthorn. Determination. Bad luck, they lost the free kick, and it goes to Gregg. He's in trouble again. They're putting themselves under pressure all the time. For North Melbourne. Oh, he's grabbed by the leg that time. He didn't even see it, the umpire. He's kicked the man. He's kicked it to Hendry, but he was grabbed by the foot. Hendry's got the kick now for goal. Only about 35 metres out from goal, directly in front. The shot he has is off target. Oh, now it's touched, hit the post. And that's another point to Hawthorn. They go to 7 goals, 9 to North Melbourne, 5 goals, 4. Ball back into play again. As we see it go across towards Blight and O'Halloran. He's doing a great job, O'Halloran. And backing up well that time will be a free kick to Duke. Oh, that defensive Hawthorns, they're playing a great game. They're sticking together and backing up all the time. North Melbourne, the forwards, finding it very hard to get it clear. As we see Duke get the ball back now. Punched away by Moore. Backing up well as Polkinghorn. He couldn't get a very good kick, but he butters up pretty well as he gives a hand pass over to Hendry. He's the danger man at the moment on the forward line. Hooks the ball up towards the full forward zone. Oh, there's Kelvin Matthews. Got his hands with a push in the back. Now it's which he paid a free kick, and the free kick will go to Feltham. That could have been an infringement. A quick pass now wide. On his own out there is Melrose on that half-back line. Decides to go for a longer kick, but it's a bad one. And a mark taken there by Duke. They're making mistakes galore, North Melbourne. We see the ball go wide out towards Goad and Melrose. Beautiful play by Goad. He's fumbled the ball, but he's got it back again. He'll fire for the goals. That looks off target and through for 1 point. So they go to 7 goals, 10. 52 points Hawthorn, and North Melbourne 5 goals, 4, 34 points.
All right, who's going to kick out? Looks like David Dench this time. Dench Where's he going to go? He's coming along the northern flank now to the half-back flank. Up goes Jones, a man in front, but it's Chisnell coming out with the ball. Gets it over to Gumberland, who fumbles a hand pass. Gumberland eventually takes his kick. It's close to the boundary line. In fact, the whistle goes. It's a free kick going to Gumberland. Gumberland on the half-back flank. Kevin Smith giving the mark to Don Scott. The mark of where he should stand, that is. There's a hand pass. Oh, it's a bad one over towards Keenan. In comes Polkinghorne over to Scott. Scott's got control of the ball eventually. He tries a bit of a breakaway. He's still going, Scott. He's in a bit of trouble now. Kicks forward, and then goodness, there's Polkinghorne standing on his own. He's marked some 35 metres out. Kicking from the northern side of the ground to the eastern end goal. It's on its way, the kick from Polkinghorne. Golly, it's going to drop short. Oh, there's a free kick, but it's called, yes, not called play on at all. Sutton to take the free kick in the last line of defence. Certainly an infringement. Darryl Sutton of North Melbourne. Is he going to try the short? Reckons he hasn't got enough room to kick in. He's got it now, so he kicks to the southern side of the MCG. Dawson gets up there with Ablett. Dawson comes out with the ball. There's nobody backing him up, however, but he gets his kick up towards the wing position. O'Halloran comes out in front of Blight. Blight waiting for the right bounce, got it too. But oh, they're a bit bewildered, North, at this stage, as Blight eventually gets the ball forward, only to find Bremner standing in the way. Bremner tries a hand pass across here, comes off. Back it comes to Bremner. Bremner steadies, kicks in towards the centre. Waiting there is Polkinghorne, takes the mark, went to play on, but actually didn't take a step. There's no doubt in my mind he was going. They've got the pressure on, they're keeping it on Hawthorn. The kick going in right into the forward zone. Up goes Sutton, knocks the ball clear. Greg comes through there, couldn't get away with it, but he's getting the free kick. Yes, he was certainly impeded in progress. No doubt about that. Yes. Keith Gregg, the captain of North Melbourne, takes his kick, goes to the wing position. The players set themselves. O'Halloran comes in there in front of Blight and takes another mark. He's doing a great job on Blight. There's a hand pass coming across to Rawlings. Rawlings of Hawthorn down towards centre half forward once again. Henry comes out, had his name written all over that. Gee, they're playing with superb confidence. As well they might. They're doing a great job so far, Hawthorn. North tenaciously trying to stick with them. Henry comes up to take his kick about 60 yards out, but he's off target and through for one behind. So that takes Hawthorn now on to 7-11. That will be to North Melbourne 5-4.
Well, they're making a one-horse race at the moment, Hawthorn, mainly because North Melbourne are making so many shocking mistakes. There's a chance now for Blight. Oh, good play that time by O'Halloran. They're all backing up well. There's Eade spinning away from the pack, looking for one of those forwards to make a lead. And he's got the ball down there now as the ball goes over to Tuck, back to Eade again. And the ball picked up by Cable, but he's pretty well collared as we see the ball grabbed now by Blight, but he's in trouble again. Finally gets a kick and a mark taken here by Schimmelbusch on his own on the wing position. They're really hungry for kicks, those Hawks at the moment as the ball goes on. Bremner got up, there's a go for a goal. Hick running into an open goal, fires, it's through, it's through.
Beautiful.
It was going for the point post, the wind got it and brought it over. Oh, that's a handy goal. That's his second goal. Hawthorn, 7 goals, 11, 53. To North Melbourne, 6 goals, 4. 40 points, only 13 points the difference.
This is incredible. It's a repetition of last week. Every time we looked at the scoreboard, we were amazed to find that North Melbourne was still in the race.
Well, there's only 13 points the difference, and by golly, the way that Hawthorn have been playing, you would have said they were about 7 goals in front.
Bill Della about to put the ball down in the centre. Keenan coming in with Jones. There's the whistle going. Somebody stepped over the line. It must have been a North Melbourne player because Jones is taking the free kick. Jones of Hawthorn from the centre of the MCG. Drives down. Up goes Moncrief there. Who could easily have been his mark. Through comes Paul Feltham. Breaks clear for North Melbourne. His kick going down towards centre half forward. Up goes Ick. Almost pulled down a spectacular one. But it's taken away by Peter Knights. Knights into the centre. Up goes Malcolm Blight. He takes the mark all right. He was looking for somewhere to go, but I think Cable said steady. That's his first mark, is it? Goodness me. Here's his kick going into the forward zone. Almost a good mark there to Wick, but it wasn't so. Picked up by O'Halloran. He gets the ball across here to Doog. Doog gets it down to the wing position on the northern side. No mark, however. It's taken away by Martello in Rover-like fashion. His kick deep into the forward zone there for Hawthorn. Henry went up, but it's Keenan coming out with it. His kick is smothered by Goad. Taken there by Cowton. He's in a bit of trouble. His hand pass comes here towards Keenan. Keenan is taken to the ground. It's called play on. Who's going to come out with it? It's a free kick going Hawthorn's way. It's going to Henry. John Henry. This is going to be a magnificent kick. He's hard up against the boundary line, kicking from the northern end to the northern side to the eastern goal. He goes for the short one to Tuck, and it comes off. So Tuck in a much better position. Two extremely well-disciplined teams out there fighting for this 76 flag. Tuck only about 45 metres out. He kicks. It's going to drop short. It's not cleared. Picked up by Kelvin Matthews, and he slams it through. Beautiful. 23 minutes into the second quarter of the grand final of 1976. The scoreboard reads Hawthorn 8-11-59 to North Melbourne 6-4-40.
And there's no doubt about it. The Hawks have an answer every time that North Melbourne come forward. They're playing with a lot of confidence, as Mike said before. Their back line is superb. And down there on the forward line, there's a couple of dangerous players, but no more than that number 25 for Hawthorn, Hendry. Now, they haven't let Lee Matthews loose at the moment.
I wonder how close Brassie is to putting Crosswell on.
Well, I'll tell you, one player will come off the ground at half-time. You can bet your life on him. I'll tell you, he's number one for North Melbourne. Keep your eye on that at half-time. He's made 4,000 mistakes out there. Hello, we're waiting now for the umpire to bounce the ball. It'll be Jones and Crackers Keenan going for the knockout. Down she goes. And both bustling for position. Keenan got the knockout. Intercepted by Lee Matthews. Oh, taken away again, but they're bustling hard as we see Falkenhorn trying to get through. Had no hope in the world that time, and the umpire will ball it up a little short of centre field towards the North Melbourne goal. North Melbourne ready to go into attack, and they badly need to at the moment to get through this strong defence of Hawthorn. Ball knocked away again, grabbed by Rowlands, and once again we see Hawthorn get the ball down to their forward line and it's out of bounds. Waiting for the ball to come back into play again. They're doing a great job, Hawthorn. They're leading by 19 points at the moment as we come up to the 25-minute mark of this second quarter. Waiting for the ball to come back into play now. Knocked away by Keenan, going after his Chisnell. No, the intercepted Cable's got it. He's bumming the ball today. He can't get clear. And there'll be a stack up here, and the umpire will board it up again on that centre wing position. Waiting for Smith, the umpire, to throw it down. It'll be Jones and Keenan to go for the knockout. Knocked out by Keenan. Burns fumbled the ball. Now Schimmelbusch is having a go. He's put off balance, but he won't give in. He's in there fighting hard. He'll get a free kick, and he takes the free kick up towards the North Melbourne half-forward line, about 80 metres out from their goal. And there's no one up there in the goal square. He's got the ball now. Oh, down they go there before the ball even gets up. Now's a chance. No, they're backing up well again as Dude gets the ball. There's a go now for Byrne. He'll snap for goal. What's the result? It's a goal. It's a goal. So they're still in there fighting, North Melbourne. 8 goals, 11, 59 to 7 goals, 4, 46. Only 13 points the difference. North Melbourne trailing at the 26.5-minute mark of this second quarter.
It is unbelievable, Lou, isn't it?
Well, they're hanging on. This is the secret of North Melbourne's play. They don't give in for the one moment, but they've made mistakes galore, Michael.
There's the centre bounce. Up goes Keenan once again, but it's Martello getting the big knock away. Out comes Scott to take the ball. His hand pass goes to Tuck. Tuck of Hawthorn into the forward zone, but Sutton comes out and relieves the pressure for North Melbourne. Here's Sutton driving that ball towards the wing position on the outer side, but it's O'Halloran once more. O'Halloran gets it down towards Lee Matthews, who's on his own there on the half-forward flank. Matthews has got it, about to be tackled by Cowton. Hand pass back to Ablett. Ablett tries a hand pass forward there. Sutton goes up and knocks it clean over the boundary line on Hawthorn's half-forward flank on the southern side. Nolan coming in there to contest the ruck duel with Jones of Hawthorn. The tap down comes to Greg. Greg gets the ball up towards this wing position. Waiting there is Martello of Hawthorn. Martello's kick. Steers it back in towards centre half forward. Oh, they went up, and waiting behind was Kelvin Matthews and said, thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. He's kicked one goal. That was the one a short time ago that he slammed from that rebound. Beautiful effort. Now Matthews would be about 40 metres out. Slight angle. It's on its way. It could be face-to-face through 4-1 behind. So that takes Hawthorn on to 8 goals 12. That will be 60 to North Melbourne 7-4. That will be 46.
There's David Dench now coming to the mark. Can't quite make up his mind. A lead coming from Sutton, but he's ignored that and got it out to Melrose. Can he mark? He's got on the first back. He's got a push in the back and get a free kick. Hand pass, is it? No, he's gone for a hand pass to Felton now. It's a dangerous one. Scott's got it going for the goals. And it's a goal. And they go to 9 goals, 12, 66. Hawthorn of North Melbourne, 7-4, 46. And have they made some mistakes in this quarter, North Melbourne?
Oh, unbelievable.
They had 2 chances to get away, but it was nearly made the mistake twice and finally did it the 3rd time and let them in for an easy goal. Got no one else to blame but themselves.
Just as well they're not housebreakers. They'd never be out of jail. They get caught all the time. North Melbourne, I'm referring to, as Lou said, they're making unbelievable mistakes. But don't sell them out. I'll give you the warning. Don't sell them out. They'll keep plugging away. Here's Nolan coming in the centre. He taps it down beautifully towards Burns. The bounce beat Burns. Through comes Blight. Blight of North Melbourne up towards the centre half forward posse. The mark is taken there by Terry Moore. Moore of North Melbourne. He tries a short one over here towards Ick. Up he goes and he's taken the mark. Stephen Ick, 2 goals on the board. Would only be about 45 metres out. Kicking to the western end of the MCG. Big chance here. Coming up towards the half-time siren. Ick's kick. Oh, he's allowed for the win. Is it bringing it around? Not enough. And that's a behind to North Melbourne. That'll take them on to 7-5. Hawthorn are 9-12. Waiting for the kick out now. Calvin Moore. Tries a fairly short one looking for Polkinghorne, who's on his own. And Polkinghorne about the centre half back position. Comes along this northern side now. In goes Peter Chisnell and takes the mark on the half forward flank for North Melbourne. Chisnell looking further afield as the siren goes. Half time in the 1976 Grand Final. The scoreboard reads Hawthorn 9-12-66. North Melbourne 7-5 47.
Someone should tell them they don't use ether now.
The 3rd quarter of the 1976 Grand Final. As we go into it, the scoreboard reads Hawthorn 9-12-66, leading North Melbourne 7-5 47. Here's Hawthorn trying to go into attack once again. The ball goes over there to Rawlings, who's playing well in the centre. Right now it goes to Henry, the danger man, and he's marked. Henry is marked over towards that forward pocket on the southern side, western end. Henry has kicked 1 goal, but he's been a good player. He tries a short one over to Lee Matthews, and it comes off. So they're opening with confidence. I notice that Keenan's still out there. Wait for Lee Matthews. Only about, well, he could be about 45, 50 metres out. He kicks. It's on its way. It's swinging across. He's put it out on the full. Byrne of North Melbourne to take the kick in. He reckons he hasn't got enough room there. Goad on the mark. Byrne eventually kicks, coming along this northern flank. Up goes tackle, missed it by a mile. Still battling away there. Out comes Dawson, pushes the ball in front of him. Tuck sticking to his guns, couldn't get the handball away. Taken there by Cable, a hand pass over to Moore. Moore to Gumberland, he's in trouble. The kick courageously smothered by Lee Matthews. But Gumberland gets another kick right into the arms of Big Al Martello. The Martello, he'll go for home, I reckon. There's Mick Nolan in your screen. Martello, about 50 metres out. Slightly towards the northern side of the ground. It's on its way. It's dropping short. Forced through for 1 behind by David Dench. So that takes Hawthorn on to 9-13. North Melbourne 7-5.
Waiting on David Dench to bring the ball back into play for North Melbourne.
See any big changes, Lou?
Not yet at the moment, Michael. Try and pick them up. The ball goes over the head of Moore at time, and Jones punched away by Jones. Good play by Jones over to O'Halloran. A pass, and it's a good one. And a mark taken there by Eade. Eade goes for a short pass. Not a good one that time. And Chisnell going after it finally forces the ball out of bounds. But it's still on Hawthorn's half-forward line. North Melbourne in tremendous trouble at the moment. Not playing at all well as we see Cowton get the ball out now to Chisnell as he drives the ball back. Oh, they all went up before acceptances that time, but there's too many Hawthorn defenders around as we see O'Halloran give the ball back to Martello. Back to Tuck. And they're doing with ease, Hawthorn, as the ball goes up. Henry got his hand to it, couldn't hold them fumbles. We see Blight get a kick back now towards the centre half forward. A beautiful mark taken there by Moore. He's looking for a lead to Cable. It's a good lead, and Cable's got the break. He's going for a hand pass to Burns, and now North Melbourne's turn to swing into attack. A pass, a good one, but it's too long. Going after his will it bounce okay for him? It bounces okay, then he loses it. He fumbles the ball again. There's hunting in packs Hawthorn. There's two of them there. And he's playing a free kick to Wick and a chance to score a goal. He's about 55 metres out from goal. My God, there's always two of them around to back each other up, those defenders. That's playing football the right way.
They're ferocious too, aren't they?
Well, they're determined, and they'll bite your head off to get it too. We wait now for Bob Ick to kick his third goal. He's already kicked two. The kick by Ick. Oh, that's a good kick. A goal. That's his third goal. And North Melbourne go on to 8 goals, 53 points. To Hawthorn 9-13-67 at the 4-minute mark of the third quarter.
That's 14 points the difference.
Well, they're still in there fighting, Michael.
My word, they are. Kevin Smith coming into bounce. Umpire's doing a good job too. Up gets Keenan there. He gets a tap away to Cable. He gets it over to Burns. Burns of North Melbourne now down into the forward zone. Up goes Sutton there. He's been moved from the back line, obviously. Sutton is marked at centre half forward. Sutton, who played such a great game at centre half forward for North last week against Carlton. Sends a ball on its way. It's a big kick. It's dropping just a little bit short. Up goes Moore with Nolan. Forced through from one behind. So it's 13 points the difference now in favour of Hawthorn. Hawthorn 9-13 to North Melbourne 8-6. 13 points the difference. Waiting for Moore to kick out from the eastern end. Capacity crowd here at the MCG. A big sellout as Moore goes to the southern side. Martello's there, was knocked away by Keenan, taken by Chisnell. Chisnell drives north into attack once again. Here's a go for Doog. Comes in very strongly and takes the mark. Doog of Hawthorn comes straight across the ground here. He's looking for Rawlings and he doesn't let him down. Rawlings of Hawthorn comes along the northern flank now. That's their method of attack. Here's Scott racing for the ball with Gumberland. They both miss it. In comes Ablett. Ablett gets a hand pass over Scott's head. In comes Jones, but it's forced over the line and will take a throw in on Hawthorn's half-forward flank on the northern side. The ruckman, Jones, there for Hawthorn. Keenan comes in for North Melbourne. Up they go. They both get their hands to the ball. It comes down here towards Ablett. He screws it around towards goals. Moncrief comes out, takes a mark and cocks one across the nose. Moncrief has kicked 2 goals. Let's see where he is. He would be around about the 40-metre mark. Plenty of goal space open to him. There it goes. It's swinging around. It's going to be close. It's 1 point, however. So that takes Hawthorn now. They go to 9-14-68 to North Melbourne. 6-4-54. 14 points the difference once again.
And there's Malcolm Blight this time kicking the ball into play. You don't know where these guys are playing half the time as it goes over the head of the pack. Nice pick up that time by Ablett. He streaks away from Moore. He's run too far. He's got to, well, I don't know, but it was a fair distance. I suppose he had to run a little extra yard or two there to get himself straight on to kick the ball properly towards the goal. So it's Moore. He's in 2 minds, still doesn't know what to do with it. Moore at the centre half-back position for North Melbourne. They're trailing by 14 points at the moment, so they're still well in the game as the ball goes up to centre half forward. They're all in the air now. Backing up well as Lee Matthews gets a kick back, but it's in the hands of Mark Dawson. He takes a mark out there on the wing position. Hasn't been a great play today, Mark. Usually a prolific kick. There's a shocking kick, but luck's a fortune. And a mark taken there by Felton. A quick hand pass to Burns. He drives the ball up there to the full forward zone. Big Mick Nolan got his hands to it. Couldn't hold the mark. It's picked up by Duke. They're backing up well in defence, Hawthorn. As the ball goes back up, gets dragged between 2 players that time. It's Matthews. Takes the ball over the line and out of bounds. His luck turning North Melbourne's way at last.
One never knows, Lou. Time will tell. The throw in on North Melbourne's half-forward flank. Keenan comes in there with Scott. Feltham goes over the top, gets it down to Cable. Cable's hand pass towards Burns is a stray. Burns is being chased there by Rawlings, but he gets it over towards Byrne of North Melbourne. He better get his kick in a hurry. He does so, but it's wide of Sutton. the wing position, over the wing position now, marked by Moncrief. Moncrief goes to play on, it's called play on too, but Moncrief gets his kick in towards centre half forward, and Moore has marked in defence. Moore goes wide towards the wing position, looking for Byrne. In comes Moncrief. Byrne's got a little bit too much toe for him. Gets it over to David Dench. David almost lost his head, but he gets it back towards Byrne. Byrne of North Melbourne swings it up to the half-forward flank. Nolan comes in there, couldn't get away with it. A chance here for Bremner. He's caught. Holding the ball. Gee, I thought that... Well, there you are. I don't think Bremner had a hope in hell of getting rid of it.
He was trying to get rid of it too, wasn't he, Michael?
It's Schimmelbusch with the ball. Schimmelbusch within kicking distance. About 35 metres out on an angle. It's on its way. It's across the face, is it? 1 point results. Well, they're plugging away North Melbourne. Hawthorn now. Let me see that scoreboard. Hawthorn 9-14 to North Melbourne 8-7. So it's 13 points of difference once again.
And there's Matthews taking a mark from that kick. It's a bit short, but it's okay. Now he's dropped the mark that time, Ede, and the ball is out of bounds. North Melbourne's chances live again. It's still on their half forward line, about 80 metres around from their goal. Ball back into play again. 13 points the difference. The ball comes down to Moore, but Matthews is there backing up well. Sheer strength that time. Gets the ball out. But he's put it out of bounds on the full. And a penalty free kick will go to Malcolm Blight down there. One moment he's kicking the ball up from the full back position. Now he's out there on the half forward line. What's happened here?
I think Keith Gregg's coming off.
Well, we're just waiting now to see what happens here, Mike, because I thought that was a penalty free kick, but still there's a free kick further down the field. Now the umpire must have corrected it after Matthews kicked the ball. So it's Big Martello to take the free kick. Is Gregg coming off the ground?
Crosswell is warming up, Lou. The doctor went out and had a look at somebody. Well, I believe it was Gregg.
Okay, now the ball goes back. A chance falls a bit short. Jones in the front. Oh, and a good mark to Frank Gumbalin out there at half-back.
Gumbalin about to drive Hawthorn out now. Just keep your eye on that bench, Lou, and see what happens. As Gumbalin comes along that southern side. Right up towards the weak position. They move in to meet it. Up goes Sutton. He's taken a good mark. He'll be paid it. So he should. Sutton on the wing position. Drives North Melbourne into attack now. The ball going to their half-forward flank. Look, Hawthorn defenders everywhere. The ball knocked away by Peter Knights, but it's taken by Cable. Cable gets it over here towards Feltham. Feltham gets the ball forward. And the kick going downfield. It's offline, however. Over the boundary line. Ick just couldn't straighten up in time. There's the throw in. Up goes Nolan. Taps the ball down here to Schimmelbusch. Schimmelbusch, oh, could have been a trip, but it's called play on. Look at those Hawthorn defenders. Through comes Knights here, and he's getting a trip. So Knights in the last line of defence, about to drive North Melbourne out. Knights will go along that southern side. It's a nice kick too. Almost up to the wing position. The ball knocked down here towards Cable. He's got it over towards Sutton. It goes. Sutton tries to break clear. He runs into trouble. Tuck of Hawthorn comes in there. Bustles his way through. Plenty of North Melbourne players there. It's taken by Gumbalin, but it's smothered away by Rawlings. Taken by Martello. He couldn't get away. Rawlings comes in once again. He's in a bit of trouble, Rawlings, but he's getting a free kick.
A free kick to Rawlings out there on the wing position. By golly, they were tackling hard, Hawthorn. North Melbourne a chance to break clear, but they were tackling so hard. They couldn't get clear. Now Rawlings, and he sends them out towards that half full. There's Hendry again, but it hit him on the leg that time. This gives Cowton a run for the ball, but can he pick it up? He's having plenty of trouble. And pass to the wrong man. It's Lee Matthews with the break now. And Matthews streaking away for a one bounce and a short pass. It's a bit long. Dench goes in, gets it on the first hop. Intercepted again by Matthews. Over to Moncrief, a snap for goal. Going after is Calvin Matthews, and it's through for 1 point. By golly, they play determined football, Hawthorn. They will not give in.
Lou, they're smothering North Melbourne's handball, aren't they?
Every time. 9-15 to 8-7 as we wait now for the ball to come back into play. It's Dench. Dawson dropping, and they've moved players all over the place, North Melbourne. It's impossible to pick them up. Gregg and Ablett going for the mark. Pushed away by Gregg. Backing up well as little Rawlings, doing a great job in the centre for Hawthorn. That's where he's playing, and the kick this time goes straight to Dawson, a little short of the centre of the back pocket. There's a bit of a go on now, and guess who's in it? He fixes them up, Scotty, but he's doing the thing by his team. It seems to be putting North off their game. There's no doubt about that.
Not doing them much good, Lou.
No, it is not. They're waiting now. Another 15-metre penalty, so it's 30 metres against him. And now Dawson's right on that half-back line. Oh, shocking kick by Dawson off the side of his boot. Jones gets it on the first stop in soccer fashion that time. Little Roland's going after it again. It bounces right for him as he drives the ball wide. Looking out there that time on a mark to Eade. Eade out in the wing position, ready to send Hawthorn into attack again. The kick by Eade is down towards the forward pocket. Players set themselves. Dench at the back. It bounces just right for him too as he gets a bit of a run on and kicks the ball back towards the wing position. Chisnell and Eade going for it. Chisnell's got the front run now. Good play by Chisnell, but it won't go with him right. But this time he punches it, but backing up beautifully is O'Halloran, a hand pass. Oh, went too far for Gove. And then Cable, they're making mistakes galore, both sides, as we see Sutton trying to pick it up, and he'll get a free kick. Oh, look, another smother, Michael, as we see Hawthorn take the ball away again. But there's Cowton with a hand pass, and they relieve the pressure through Blight as he takes the ball back, and he runs again. Another run, and he's driving them right forward. A pass, and it's punched away by Hawthorn as the ball goes to Jones, and Jones relieves the pressure at last, or for the time being at least.
Jones gets it over to the wing position on the southern side of the ground. The mark taken by Eade. Eade tries to get it further forward, and he finds Gove there. Alan Gove of Hawthorn right into the forward zone. They're backing back. Here's a go. It'll bounce through for one behind a Hawthorn, however. 14 minutes into the third quarter. The scoreboard at the MCG reads Hawthorn 9-16-70 to North Melbourne 8-7-55. It's 15 points a difference. Here's a chance now for Keith Gregg. Couldn't handle it cleanly, but he's still going. He's grabbed, however, by Polkinghorne. Out comes Ablett with the ball. Ablett steadies. He drives Hawthorn into attack once again. Scott comes out there with Gumbleton, and Scott is marked. Well, he's on an angle. He's kicked one goal. I wouldn't put too much money on Scotty kicking this, but then again, it might be wiser if you didn't bet on the result.
He's not a bad kick for goal, Michael.
But look at that angle he's on, Lou. It's a pretty...
You wouldn't call him the most popular guy with the crowd either, would you?
Oh, but what a great player for his team. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
They're playing for a premiership flag, not a popularity award. He comes around on his left foot, goes straight across the face of goals, and he's put it out on the full, and more of North Melbourne will take the resultant penalty kick. Let's have a look down there. Crosswell stripped.
He's getting ready to go on, Mike.
As we wait for more to bring that ball around the southern side. There's the kick now. The players set themselves. It's taken away here by Melrose. He can't quite get a clean grab. He's still going. Keenan's off apparently, and Crosswell is on. And it's marked there by Dawson on the half-back flank on the southern side. Yes, it's Keenan, so you're off, and Crosswell is on. Your prediction came true, Louis.
A bit late it was, Mike, as we see a penalty against Calvin Matthews that time out there on the wing position. Mark Dawson to take that kick as he drives it up towards the half-forward line. The players set themselves. Nolan got his answer. No, he's paying the mark to Wick, and a quick hand pass going over to Blight. Bright's ready to send them into attack now. A pass. It bounces right as we see the ball coming back here now. Good play by Schimmelbusch. He can't get clear. They won't let go, those defenders from Hawthorn, as they take the ball away through tuck. Oh, Jones dropped the sitter. He's on the boundary line.
Oh, down in the goal square.
Down in the goal square. They're having a bit of a dash down there now. Cross was only on 2 minutes, and he certainly's caused a stir.
I was about to say he's playing it full forward.
Well, he's fixed them up down there for the time being. What's going to happen? The ball out of bounds. We'll wait for a throw-in.
Right, it's on the half-forward flank for North Melbourne. On the southern side of the ground, the crowd finding voice. They're going quite mad here. Gee, what a spectacle. Great stuff. Up gets Nolan, taps it away. It's taken by Polkinghorne. Polkinghorne of Hawthorn. Up here towards the wing position. It's an awkward bounce. Byrne of North Melbourne gets it across to Chisnell, but he can't get his boot to the ball. Look at those Hawthorn fellows. They completely swamped the North Melbourne players, and Martello comes out with a free kick. Martello of Hawthorn now. His kick going towards the half-forward flank. Up gets Hendry, but he couldn't get away with it. Cowton's there also, but the ball goes over the boundary line, and we'll take it.
Back here, Mike, for a 15-metre penalty, mate.
Right, it was over the boundary line, but the ball has been brought back, and a 15-metre penalty against North Melbourne, which now makes Martello kicking from the wing position proper. The crowd really finding voice now. Martello comes up. Not a bad kick. In comes Malcolm Blight. Oh, he's dropped the mark there on the half-forward flank. Scott pushes over towards Goad. Goad gets the ball here towards Eade. He loses possession. Nolan comes in, struggles it over towards Barry Cable. Cable in towards the centre. He's looking for Sutton and finds him. Sutton about to drive North Melbourne forward. There's the kick going down into the forward zone. No mark. Moore comes in there. He's getting a free kick. It was held by Crosswell while not in possession. Calvin Moore, the full-back for Hawthorn, about to drive North Melbourne out. He tries a short one over here towards Duke. It's going to go over the boundary line. There'll be a throw-in between the forward pocket and half-forward flank for North Melbourne on the northern side. We wait for the throw-in. Here's Jones going in there. Sutton contesting the ruck duel. Oh, he nullifies Jones too, but it's picked up here by Goad. Goad of Hawthorn gets it over the wing position up towards the half-forward flank. A race for the ball. It's Lee Matthews in front. Cowton's after him. Lee Matthews loses possession, quickly regains it. Gets the ball across here towards Henry. He drives a big one down goalwards. It bounces awkwardly and through for one behind. So at the 18-minute mark, we find the scoreboard now reading Hawthorn 9-17, 71. North Melbourne 8-7-55.
Waiting on Dents to bring the ball back into play. By God, not much scoring going at the moment as far as goal, but a short pass and a mark to Byrne. Another hand pass out to Chisnell. North Melbourne playing a lot better this second half. And we see the ball bounce right, this time for Gumbleton. He drives it up towards centre half foot. Out comes Nelson, takes the mark. Even though it slipped out the last moment, the umpire paid it. They've got Dawson now down, not Dawson, Sutton, I should say, playing down there on that centre half forward position. Played the first half in defence. There's the kick by Sutton now. Into the goal square. Players set themselves. Burns got up that time, couldn't hold the ball. And we see them pushing the ball out through Brem as they go now. For Simmerbush back at the cave, but it'll snap for goal. But there's no one there for North Melbourne. An easy mark taken there by Calvin Moore. They've been hunting in packs down there, Hawthorn, and they've been killing that North Melbourne forward line. Rollins again, and they swing away towards Eade. Eade on the wing position, got a clear run on his own. He's got one bounce, two bounces. He'll go for a kick now as he sends the ball up towards the full forward zone. Lee Matthews dropped an easy mark. And they're going in hammer and tongs as we see Henry get the ball out. Out it comes to Blight. He can't pick it up. Martello with a snap for goal, but he's off target. And the ball is out of bounds on the full and a penalty free kick to North Melbourne.
And the pressure's right on now. Kick to be taken by Mark Dawson. Back pocket, western end on the northern side. There's the kick coming along this northern side. Ablett moves into position there, couldn't quite get to it. Keith Gregg hooks it over his head, and he finds Paul Feltham. Is he in a bit of bother? Oh, he gets the ball clear. In comes Gregg, pushes the ball in front of him. Moore can't handle the situation, but cleverly knocks it back towards Keith Gregg. Gregg is on the wing position. He's tackled by O'Halloran, but he gets his kick forward, and look who's there. Peter Knights marks on the half-back flank on the northern side. Kick from Knights going to the half-forward flank for the Hawks. Jones a man in front with Gumbleton. They can't get to it, and there'll be a throw-in, this time on Hawthorn's half-forward flank. The players Nolan there in the ruck work. Going in against Bernie Jones of Hawthorn. There they go. They both get their hands to the ball. It comes down to Goad here. He can't get rid of it. In comes Polkinghorn of Hawthorn. He's completely surrounded, Polkinghorn. They're looking for the holding the ball, however, but it won't be paid by umpire Kevin Smith. It'll be a bounce. Still on that half-forward flank there for Hawthorn. Down she goes. It's Jones and Nolan once again. They get it to Malcolm Blight. Blight swings it back towards the wing position. Oh, up went Sutton, but he got right into the back of Scott, and Scott is getting the free kick. Oh, there was no doubt about that in my book. Listen to the North Melbourne fans. They're far from happy. As I said, Scott's not trying to win a popularity award. The ball goes in towards centre half forward, and Big Al comes out and takes a strong mark on his chest. Get the feeling that Hawthorn are getting on top, or strengthening their position on top. The kick from Martello. It's a big one. It's right between the two big sticks. A mammoth kick from Martello. And that's another goal to Hawthorn. That's Martello's first. The 22-minute mark in the 1976 Grand Final. Hawthorn now go to, that'll be 10-17. That'll be 77 to North Melbourne, 8-7-55.
Well, they're 22 points down, North Melbourne, and they're in pretty serious bother at the moment.
That's Hawthorn's first goal for this quarter, Louis.
I know, but Well, I think I said it just after half-time that Melbourne have been playing a lot better, but by golly, they'd need to because they were shocking the first half. I've never seen a side make so many mistakes. Waiting for the umpire to throw the ball down. There's Scott and Nolan going for it. Knocked out by Nolan. Right for Feltham. He sidesteps beautifully that time as he drives the ball up towards Burns. Can Burns get there? Yes. The mark or a free kick? No, he said play on. Up he's playing it. Say it. Well, they're back. They will not lose that 15 or 16-point margin. There's a chance now for Burns to bring it back again. He's only about 15 metres out, if that. 15 metres out. On a bit of an angle, but he should kick this. Bit of concentration needed as Burns comes in. To keep North within striking distance. Okay. And North Melbourne go to 9 goals, 7, 61 points. To Hawthorn, 10-17, 77. Trailing by 16 points at the moment at the 23-minute mark of this third quarter.
Lou, Burns went down a little bit then. I think that might have taken a bit of steam out of him. But gee, it was a courageous mark. Tremendously courageous. There he is. Looking a bit seedy, Burns. But he'll battle on. Well, North is still in it. How? Goodness only knows. Perseverance. Guts and determination. I think that's the best way you can describe it. Back in the centre, Nolan and Scott go for it. There's a free kick. It's going Nolan's way against Scott. Nolan really has had his hands full today. There's his big kick down towards centre half forward. They fly. Knocked away by it. Taken by Feltham. Feltham screws it over his shoulder. Crosswell and Moore there. Crosswell tries to get the front position. Moore spills the mark. Taken away by Bremner. Bremner comes along this northern flank. In comes Ablett. Couldn't get the run of it. Taken by Cable. Cable screws it back towards the goal square. The players set themselves. Feltham went up. Almost a bit. In comes Tuck. And down goes Tuck. And he'll get the free kick. Tuck of Hawthorn about to take it. North still lugging away there. The kick from Tuck going towards the weak position. Oh, there was a free to Martello, not seen by the umpire. He got a decent push out. But however, for Hawthorn, it's Hendry taking the mark. He drives in towards centre half forward. It's an awkward bounce. It's knocked away here by Matthews. The ball pushed over towards Mark Dawson of North Melbourne. Dawson swings around, tries to get it up towards the wing position. Up goes Melrose, but it's taken away in fine fashion by Lee Matthews. Matthews of Hawthorn taking a run around this northern side. His kick going towards Moncrief, but Gumbleton spoils him and it goes through for one behind. So we're into time on now in the third quarter. 25 minutes gone as Dench prepares to kick out, and the scoreboard reads Hawthorn 10-18, 78, North Melbourne 9-7, 61. The kick out going straight down the ground. Here's a big chance for North Melbourne to go forward. They get it over towards Moore, but in comes Martello. He knocks the ball clear. Trapped there by Melrose. He runs into O'Halloran, taken by Byrne of North Melbourne. He gets it over to Sutton. Sutton of North drives forward. They come out to meet it. Crosswell and Moore. Up goes Moore. Comes down the Cable. Cable, a kick off the ground. Crosswell got his boot to it. Crosswell got his boot to it. And gee, it was so sudden. Boy, the ball just shot out and went straight through. So at the 26-minute mark in the third quarter, this is much more interesting. Much more. There he is, Tiger Crosswell. Hawthorn 10-18, 78. And North Melbourne 10-7, 67. It's 11 points the difference.
Back in the centre now. North Melbourne back in business. And the crowd really showing voice. We wait for the umpire to throw it down. And a free kick here to someone. It'll be North Melbourne. And there's a chance for North Melbourne to get close as Big Mick Nolan takes the free kick at the 26-minute mark of this third quarter. The kick by Nolan's well over the centre half forward position. Players set themselves. They're all up in the air as they go now as the ball comes out by Feltham and go to Burns. He can't pick it up. Down he goes. Knights picks it up now. Boots the ball back. And they're all trying to smother the ball now as Feltham goes after. He's got it. He turns. But he's in trouble. He takes the ball over the line and out of bounds. Out of bounds about 60 metres around from the North Melbourne goal. They're trailing by 11 points. They've made a miraculous recovery. Looked hopeless at half-time. Ball back into play again. Knocked away that time by North Melbourne Zick, and the ball is out of bounds. It's about 50 metres around from their goal. 27 minutes gone of this third quarter, and a goal would be very handy indeed for North Melbourne. Dawson got the push down. And there we see Duke trying to get out. They're piling up and the umpire's going to ball it up about 45 metres out from that North Melbourne goal. North Melbourne gradually pushing the ball forward. Waiting for the players to get ready. They're ready now. The umpire throws the ball down. Hickens and Jones at the back. That time was Knights. Dawson trying to get clear. Now it's Knights getting the ball back away from the danger zone. Mick Nolan couldn't grab it. Gade pushes it forward. There's a kick
too high
to Melrose, and Melrose has got the free kick a little short of the wing position. Boots it up towards the full forward zone.
Penalty,
a good mark that time. A good mark. That's a penalty of 15 metres.
They're bringing the ball back.
And this puts Melrose right at the centre half forward position, about 65 to 70 metres out from goal. Let's see what he can do with it. It's a drop kick, not a good one. Oh, taken away by Duke, but it's smothered. Is a go now. Can he get it up? Croswell picked up that time by Felton over to Burns. He snaps. Oh, good smothering that time by Moore, and the ball is out of bounds. Can they smother or not, Michael?
Oh, they're tremendous, the Hawthorn defence. There's the throw-in in that forward pocket for North Melbourne. In comes Doog. He takes the ball away. Takes it around that southern flank. Chisnell dives at the ball. No mark, however. Chisnell holding the ball against him. Gee, that was pretty tough on him. Taken away there by Eade. He gets it up towards the wing position. Waiting behind there was Dench. He comes out with the ball. He gets a bit of a break. Gets it to Chisnell. Back towards Dench. He fumbles. Is he going to pick it up cleanly? Eventually does so. Over to Sutton. Sutton steadies. He kicks at the big sticks. It's a behind. One behind.
The game's not even over yet.
29 minutes gone in this third quarter. Here's the scoreboard. Hawthorn 10-18, 78. North Melbourne 10-8, 68. It's 10 points the difference as we come up towards the three-quarter time siren. There's a short one out there from Calvin Moore. It goes wide as Polkinghorne marks siren for three-quarter time in the 1976 Grand Final. Three-quarter time scoreboard reads Hawthorn 10-18, 78 to North Melbourne 10-8, 68. The VFL Grand Final 1976. As we go into the final quarter, we find Hawthorn a 10-18, 78 to North Melbourne 10-8, 68. And it's North trying to go into attack through Nolan. In comes Melrose. Melrose picks the ball up and drives them forward. Up they go. There's a mark. No, Schimmelbusch appealed for it, but it's called play on. But Schimmelbusch sends it out towards the flank on that outer side. Duke comes out, knocks it clear of the opposition. In comes Paul Feltham there for North Melbourne. Oh, he slips over at the crucial moment, and the ball is forced over the boundary line. We'll take a throw in North Melbourne's half-forward flank on that southern side. They're kicking to the western end in this final quarter. 10 points the difference. Can North get up and make it two in a row? They've got some strong opposition out there. Hawthorn players trying desperately. In comes Feltham once again, but the umpire has called for the bounce.
The ball up out there on that half-forward line for North Melbourne, trailing by 10 points. Knocked out by Jones. Going after it now is Dawson. He taps it back to Greg, and the ball is still out of bounds. On the half-forward line for North Melbourne, about 80 metres around from their goal. Crowd really on their feet. Ball knocked out by Jones, intercepted by Matthews, picked up by Dawson, smothered by O'Halloran. Spinning out the Packers, Matthews, he's down. Throws it out that time, actually, after Polkinghorne. He's grabbed again. North Melbourne tackling a lot harder. As we see Melrose hook the ball back. And O'Halloran, Jones takes a nice mark out there on the half-back line. He goes for a hand pass. Oh, it bounces the wrong way that time for Polkinghorne, but backing up out there. Oh, it's taken away by Feltham again, driving the ball up towards the full forward zone. Out comes Moore. He's overrun. Here's a go from... Oh, he's pushed it through, Croswell. Couldn't get his leg up high enough to kick it through for a goal. Still 9 points the difference now. 10-18, 78 to 10-9, 69, North Melbourne.
Moore kicking out from the western end. It goes to the southern flank. The players set themselves. Up goes Keith Gregg, the skipper of North, and he's marked there on that half-forward flank. Waiting for Gregg to take his kick to put North right into attack. There she goes. It's a good one, too, to the edge of the goal square. Croswell's a man in front, but Peter Knights, backing back, takes a superb mark. Two teams used to the pressure of big-time football, giving their all out there in this final quarter. Knights, where's he going to go? Looks like straight up the ground. No, he hooks it around to the northern flank slightly. Up goes Eade, couldn't hold the mark. Chisnell takes it. Chisnell kicks into no man's land. There's a Cable. He gets it over to Dawson. Dawson steadies, but it was touched off the boot. It's called play on. Through comes Doog there. Doog of Hawthorn on the bottom of that lot, and he's getting a free kick. He breaks clear, Doog. He comes along this northern flank, but I think the umpire will take the ball back. Is he going to ball it up?
Yep.
Well, I suppose Doog had the odds to nothing in any case. So there's a ball up about 30 metres out from the North Melbourne goal. Down she goes. Nolan's there. He gets a tap away too. Cable can't get there. Polkinghorne pushes the ball in front of him. He's well tackled, however. But a good pick up by Polkinghorne, sending Hawthorn into attack down towards centre half forward. Calvin Matthews is racing for it. Out comes David Dench. Dench is getting a free kick. Yes, there was no doubt he was held when going for the ball, and Dench will take that kick on the half-back flank on the northern side. David Dench of North. Let's see where he plants it. His kick, oh, it's a big one, swinging in towards the centre, but Hawthorn players come in there, but it bounces over the head of Scott. Scott keeps going, however, and comes out with it. A long hand pass by Scott will come off. Rollins racing for the ball, but in comes Peter Chisnell there of North Melbourne. Chisnell's kick is not a particularly good one. It's trapped there by Peter Knights. He kicks into the man, and forced over the line is Ian Bremner. There'll be a throw-in. Oh, he's getting a free kick for a push in the back.
A free kick to Bremner down there on the half-back line. Waiting for him to kick the ball back towards the wing position. Up it goes now. Martello got his hands to it. It's knocked out to Rollins. Breaking clears. Played a pretty good game too, Rollins. Punched away again by Blight. Has a go now for Goad. A hand pass over to Calvin Matthews. Another hand pass to his brother. His brother's in trouble. Can he clear? He's clear now. 5 of the goals. Up it goes towards the goals. They're all up in the air, and a good mark to David Dench. Right in the last line of defence. A beautiful mark. He's gone for a hand pass to Byrne. He fumbled the ball, but he's got it clear now, Byrne, as he sends it back towards that half-back line. Nolan at the back, got his hands to it, couldn't hold the mark. Going after it is Eade. Eade with a hand pass back. Back here it goes towards Rollins. Got it on the ground now. He turns. Good play by Rollins. He's breaking clear 3 North Melbourne players. As he tries to hook the ball, he's still going. Great play by Rollins. And there we see Dawson trying to get it out now. And the umpire set a free kick to Dawson. Down there on the half-back line for North Melbourne. Still the difference. Only, 9 points the difference at the 4-minute mark.
Dawson takes his kick up towards the wing position. Up they go. O'Halloran was there. He was able to spoil. Gets it down to Scott. He gets it over to Peter Knights. Knights of Hawthorn drives down towards centre half forward for the Hawks. They come out to meet it there. The big men fly. Greg went up. Comes down towards Cable. He gets it over to Gumbleton. Gumbleton of North Melbourne into the forward zone. Up goes Polkinghorne. And he's marked in defence for Hawthorn. He tries a hand pass across here towards Ian Bremner. Bremner of Hawthorn back towards that half-forward flank. Bit of pushing and shoving. Up goes Lee Matthews. Knocked away by Byrne of North. In comes Malcolm Blight. Oh, he runs into Mantello, but he gets out of it. Martello almost had him too. Up towards centre half forward it goes for North Melbourne. Bremner dives on the ball like a seagull on a piece of fat. It's passed out here towards Peter Knights once again. Knights of Hawthorn, that defence standing firm. Up goes Cowton, and he'll be awarded the mark at centre half-back. Gee, it's a nip and tuck game. North trying desperately to break through that half-back line of Hawthorn. He goes wide over here. He's looking for Barry Cable. Cable, a big hand pass up here towards Greg. Greg on the wing position on that southern side. Drives North Melbourne forward. Swings it in towards centre half forward. Bendick. Knights. But Knights from behind. Judged it a little bit better. Came down rather heavily, but he's okay, thank goodness. Peter Knights about to drive North out once again. Gee, they're playing magnificently, this back line of Hawthorn, so far in this final quarter. But here's Keith Gregg about to drive North into attack once more. He's looking for the hand pass over here, and it comes off towards Gumbleton. No, it doesn't come off, but Gumbleton kicks it off the ground. Over here towards Feltham. Feltham of North Melbourne swings around. He tries a short one in here, but oh, look at it once again. Oh, he is magnificent.
Oh, magnificent mark to Peter Knights, Michael. A beautiful mark there. It's 2 in a row. What a champion. What a champion this guy is. Number 24. There he is in the back pocket position. He saved them time and time again. Not only today, but right throughout the year. Punched away by Scott. Melrose goes after the hand pass back now to Byrne. Byrne sends it over to the centre half forward position. Players set themselves. Punched away by Doog. There's a go now for little Eade to get the ball. He picks it up nicely, drives it over the half-forward line, but there's Dench. Beautiful mark by Dench. Oh, he's grabbed. Umpire called play on, and rightly so, too, as the ball comes back to Tuck. Tuck looking for a lead here. He's got one. He's looking for a lead now as the ball goes up to Hendry. He got his hands to it, couldn't hold the mark. He tries to spin out. Strong play by Blight. And the ball is out of bounds in the forward pocket. Actually midway between the forward pocket and half-forward flank position for Hawthorn. Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Now it's Hawthorn's turn to attack. Ball missed by Martello. Knocked away by Cowton that time towards Dawson. They're all overrun the ball now. He's got to run in towards the goals. Kicks it up to Wiles. A free kick to Moncrief. Yes, no doubt in the world. Even though it was an accident, accidents don't count. And he's got a chance now. He's only about... he's already kicked 2, which is making him 96. He's going for his 97th goal. He's only about 40 yards out. He wouldn't be that far out from goal. 35 metres at that most. Waiting now for Moncrief to go for his 3rd goal. Can he get it through? There he comes, concentrating very hard as he fires. And it's a goal, no doubt about that one. And Hawthorn gone to 11 goals, 84 points. To North Melbourne, 10-9, 69 points. That's the 8-minute mark, Mike, I'm sorry.
Well, there's still time for North Melbourne to get out of it.
Well, they've been coming back all day, haven't they?
Yeah, that's right, Louis. 15 points of difference now in favour of Hawthorn. What a grand final it's turned out to be. Conditions magnificent here in Melbourne today. After the heavy rain we've had during the week, the whistle goes. Somebody's gone over the line, North to take it. Mick Nolan there in the centre of the MCG. About to drive North Melbourne forward. There's his kick going towards centre half forward. Oh, there we go once again. Peter Knights. Is he starring in this last quarter? The kick from Knights comes out towards the northern flank here. A chance for, no, it's Lee Matthews. Lee Matthews is marked. Between the half-back flank and wing position, he's kicked. Oh, it's a poor one. He puts his hands on his head. It's Gary Cowton to take it for North. No, it's Blight to take it. Blight moves up towards the wing position. Takes his kick, swings it in towards centre half forward. There's a go for North. Up gets Sutton. And Sutton is marked. Sutton plays straight across the ground. I don't know whether he meant it to go in that direction. Crosswell's got it. A hand pass back here towards Keith Gregg. Keith Gregg, the skipper of North Melbourne, trying to get around Ablett. And away he goes. Eventually, Gregg tries the kick towards Feltham. It's called play on. Called play on. Taken away there by Dude. Picked up here and driven out of danger for Hawthorn by Ablett. He gets it towards the wing position and the mark is taken there by Goad. Goad of Hawthorn tries a hand pass across here towards O'Halloran. O'Halloran of Hawthorn down into the forward zone. Moncrief from Dench once again. The whistle goes and the free kick this time is going to David Dench.
David Dench to take that free kick at the full-back position. A hand pass to Blight. Another one back now to Cowton. Cowton out there running towards the wing position. Drives it up to the half-forward line. 3 North Melbourne players spoil each other as Tuck gets it out. Over to Ablett. He's got a chance to go for a run, but he decides to go for a kick. Looking for Hendry. He's got the mark. Hendry's got the mark out there on the half-forward line. About 65 metres out from goal. Only about 10 metres in from the boundary on a difficult shot as he fires. Oh, it's a good kick. And it's finally forced through for 1 point. So Hawthorn go on to 11 goals, 19. 85 points to North Melbourne, 10-9, 69, as we wait for the ball to come back into play by Dench. We're at the 11-minute mark as we see the ball come in now. Out towards that half-back line. There's Martello and Moore having a battle. Gumbleton pushes the ball forward. Down it goes towards that half-back line. Oh, good play by Gumbleton as he gets the ball over to Gregg now. Gregg's got a clear kick. Now he can't make up his mind. And finally he drives the ball up the centre half forward. But there's Polkinghorne. Very strong defensive play by Hawthorn. And Polkinghorne takes the mark at centre half back.
And Henshaw about to come on for North Melbourne as we wait for this lad to take his kick. Polkinghorne. Gee, they've had some serviceable players all day. Hawthorn. There they go. On the wing position. It's knocked away here by Moore. Picked up by Scott. Scott of Hawthorn into the forward zone once again. Dawson's got the name written on this one, but Calvin Matthews, sticking to his guns, comes out on top. Matthews swings around, steadies, he kicks. That's a goal. That's his second. 12 minutes into the final quarter of the 1976 Grand Final. Hawthorn at 12-19-91, leading North Melbourne 10-9-69. Gee, two very, very handy goals, both down that end from Kelvin Matthews. It's Henshaw waiting to come on down there. And no, that's Henshaw waiting to come on. Back in the centre, there's the bounce of the ball. It's an awkward one, taken away by Melrose. His kick is not a particularly good one. Sutton waits there, but he's grabbed immediately by Doog. He tries to get the ball forward, and Sutton will take the free kick. Within kicking distance, I'd say. Henshaw still waiting to come on down there. Sutton, boy, he'll have to kick this the best part of 70 yards to put it through. It's going to be a great kick if he does. It's on its way. It's a big kick, all right. Got the distance, slightly off target, and 1 point results. That'll make North Melbourne 10-10-70 to Hawthorn 12-9-91. 21 points of difference, and we're 13 minutes into the final quarter as Moore kicks out. Moore goes straight up the ground. Oh, here's a go now for Goad. Goad has got a clear run. He dummies the hand pass. What's he going to do? This time he does hand pass to Ablett. Ablett on the half-forward flank over there on the southern side of the ground. Ablett fiddling around a little bit, eventually steadies. He knew what he was doing, though. Out goes a Cowton, and he marks in defence. Gets the ball immediately across here towards David Dench. Dench, the fullback for North Melbourne, running along this northern flank. Eventually kicks to the wing position. Here's a go for North. No free kick paid. Yes, it'll be paid to Schimmelbusch on the wing position on the northern side.
And it's Schimmelbusch to take the free kick. North Melbourne in serious trouble now. As we, over the 13-minute mark, the ball goes back now to the half-forward. Feltham got up very high, but couldn't hold the mark. Typical of North Hawthorn, they're backing up as Tuck gets the ball back towards Goad. He goes for a hand pass back to Rowlands. And now he'll have a, no, he couldn't make up his mind. He finally went for a kick over the centre half-forward position. Going after his Dawson. He's got the front runner here. He can't afford to make a mistake, and he does. They've been doing it all day. As we see the ball picked up by Moncrief, he's grabbed. Hooks the ball back now towards that forward pocket position. Picked up nicely this time by Henshaw on the ground. Yes, he's got it back now towards out there on the wing position. Oh, there's a free kick, I'd say. And the free kick will go to Doog out there on the wing position.
Lou, that's Burns coming off. Burns is off for North, and Henshaw is on.
Here we go now. A hand pass over to Tuck from Doog, and he's got to run in for the goal as he sends it up towards the forward pocket position. Coming out as Blight. Oh, it bounces the wrong way for him, but he's got it on the second bounce this time. Turns away nicely as he tries to get the ball back towards Greg. Greg's got the set and taken the mark. A lovely mark by Greg out there on the wing position. He's down. That's the second time he's been down today. The other time was he was clobbered early in the first quarter, and he's down pretty hard this time. Doesn't look the best, I'll tell you that now, Keith Gregg.
Lou, and North Melbourne have got their 19th and 20th men on.
Oh, golly, he doesn't look very well at all, Michael.
Let's see it there on that half-back flank on the outer side.
I think he must have winded himself.
Yes, well, the Hawthorn players came through fairly, but ferociously.
I think he might have fell on the ball when he came down. You know that?
I think he also copped one in mid-air, Lou. As I said, it was a fair bump, but they hurt. Manane looks like coming on for Hawthorn as Keith Gregg takes his kick. He is a bit seedy. Up just over the wing position. There's a great mark pulled down there by O'Halloran of Hawthorn. O'Halloran now about to drive Hawthorn into attack in the 1976 Grand Final. Cowton will be awarded the mark. Yes, he tries a hand pass across here towards Gumberland. Gumberland gets it over to Henshaw. Henshaw of North Melbourne to the half-forward flank. Will this come off? Oh, cleverly knocked across here towards Schimmelbusch. He can't get the run of the ball. Bremner comes in for Hawthorn, pushing the ball in front of him. No free kick. He's looking for the free kick, or the North players are anyhow. There'll be a throw-in midway between the half-forward flank and the forward pocket. Kelvin Matthews is off, and Manane is on as the throw-in takes place. Up gets Sutton there, but Scott gets a tap away. Through comes Peter Knights. In comes Lee Matthews now. Matthews of Hawthorn driving them into attack. It's up here towards Henry, and Henry takes the good mark. But I think a free kick is going to Malcolm Blight, just behind play. Blight of North Melbourne, they're battling away North, just looking for that break. Can they get it? That's a big question. He tries to steer it in towards Sutton, but Lee Matthews takes the ball, gets it to O'Halloran. O'Halloran of Hawthorn back in towards centre half forward. It's an awkward bounce, swings out towards the flank, taken there by Ablett of Hawthorn. Ablett steadies, eventually gets that kick down goalwards. Here's Moncrief in the front position. Up goes Manane. The ball picked up here by Cowton. He gets it over to Henshaw. He fumbles it, and there'll be a throw-in in that forward pocket for Hawthorn. Down the eastern end on the southern side, the throw-in takes place. Jones comes in there with Gumberland. Gumberland taps it down. They're racing for the ball. It's close to the boundary line, taken by Ablett. He swings it back into play, but he's put it over the boundary line on the full. Looks like Henshaw to take it, Lou.
Yep, Henshaw to take that free kick down there in the back pocket position. For North Melbourne. Goes for a hand pass over to Dawson at half-back. Dawson drives the ball out towards Byrne. He gets up pretty high, couldn't hold the mark. But there's Hawthorn backing up again. This time it's Lee Matthews, not getting a very big round of applause from the crowd. Hendry got up high and a free kick will go here against Hendry. Now it's a free kick to Hendry for interference. Everything's running against North at the moment as they trail by 21 points at the 17-minute mark. The ball up to the forward pocket zone. There's Moncrief and Dench going for it. And Dench plays it safe and goes for the knockout in that forward pocket position, waiting for the umpire to throw the ball back into play. Right in Hawthorn's attacking zone, about 10 metres around from their goal. Big Nolan got the knockout. Blight goes after it, pounces on it pretty quickly, but it's a bad kick, and there's Scott. He's been a bit of a boogie man today, but by golly, whatever he's done has certainly paid dividends for North Melbourne. He had them really worried in that first part of the match. And as the skipper for Hawthorn now on that half-forward on about 75 metres out from goal. Slowing play up a little because they're leading by 21 points. The kick's not a great one, but Martello's got the mark. Big Martello, big L pal. Only about, let's see, 40 metres out, 45 metres out from goal, directly in front. Here he goes back for his kick. This will give him a 27-point lead if he gets this one. Here he comes now, Martello. The kick, he laid back on that one and he's hooked it a bit, and it's through for 1 point. And they go to 12 goals, 20. That's 92 points to North Melbourne. 10 goals, 10, 70 points at the 19-minute mark of this last quarter of the 1976 Grand Final.
Hawthorn 22 points up as David Dench kicks the ball to the southern flank. Players move into position. Up goes Martello. Couldn't take the mark, however. Through comes Feltham there for North Melbourne, with the ball pushed along by Polkinghorn of Hawthorn. Gets it over to Hendry. Hendry gets around the opposition. A left footer. He drives in goalwards and he's planted it through. Almost 20 minutes into the final quarter. That's a second goal to John Hendry. And in the 1976 Grand Final, in the final quarter, the scoreboard reads Hawthorn 13-20-98, North Melbourne 10-10-70. Gee, that makes it hard for them, Lou. 28 points down, and we're at the 20-minute mark in the final quarter. It'll be a miracle if they get out of this, but miracles have happened before in football. As umpire Bill Della puts the ball down. In goes Scott there, but it's knocked away by Nolan. Taken away by Melrose, but it's trapped by O'Halloran. Melrose is still going in there. He's tackled there by Rawlings, and umpire Della calls for another bounce. Down she goes. It's Scott once again and Nolan. Scott just takes the ball. He's still going, Scott, but it's Chisnell of North Melbourne chipping in there. Down into the forward zone. There's a chance here for Crossball, but it's Duke coming through there. Moore appealing for the free, and I think he'll get it.
Yep, a free kick to Moore. That defence has been magnificent of Hawthorn's today. They've backed up right from the very word go and concentrated so hard, it is unbelievable. Not one player down there in that defence has flinched for one moment. As we wait to see Moore drive the ball out to this half-back line. Oh, it got the ball out, but it wasn't a good punch. Now we see Tuck breaking clear over to Weed. And they're playing as a team as they see that victory staring them in the face, leading by 27 points. There the ball pushed by Cowton. Two North Melbourne players are spoiling each other. Been doing it all day. Hand pass out to Weed. He'll go for a snap for the goal, but it's off the side of his boot. Out it goes wide. Running after is Grigg. It's bouncing back with the ball. Will be out of bounds. Manane on the ball on the ground now for Hawthorn. Ball out of bounds in the forward pocket. Croswell came on for North Melbourne early in the third quarter. The ball back into play again. Both players missed that now as Moncrief going for a snap for a goal. Let's see what happens. He's put it through, has he? 1 point. So Hawthorn go to 13 goals, 21. 99 points, one for the century to North Melbourne, 10 goals, 70 points at the 21-minute mark of this last quarter.
There's a kick out from Dench, almost hitting the centre. Gee, that was a great kick out from him. But here's a battle. Schimmer was trying to pick the ball up. He's surrounded, but Nolan allows him to get his kick in. Up it goes towards the half-forward line, and it's O'Halloran taking the mark in defence. Across it goes to Peter Knights. Knights of Hawthorn breaking clear. Kicks down towards centre half forward. The ball knocked away from Henry by the North Melbourne defenders. You've got to give North full credit. They're battling out as Martello comes through. Martello puts it down into the forward zone. Keeps Greg there. Greg twisting and turning. Eventually tries a hand pass over to Dench. Manane tries to get hold of Dench. Couldn't do so. Dench's kick goes up towards the wing position. In comes Polkinghorne. Couldn't hold the mark. Cable's after him. Polkinghorne's hand pass goes to Ablett. Ablett from the half-forward flank. Kicks it in towards centre half forward. Up goes Henry, but he's spoilt there by Feltham. Feltham pushing the ball in front of him. He's tackled there by Lee Matthews. Picked up by Jones of Hawthorn. He kicks. It bounces. Hit the behind post. Hit the behind post.
I think it's 1 point.
Oh, it must have been behind actually behind it. It's obviously crossed the line and just clipped the behind post, so it's registered as a point.
Ball back into play now by North Melbourne. Dench a short pass that time to Dawes. Another hand pass over to Feltham. North Melbourne gradually seeing this claim slip away from, oh, it's a bad pass, and a mark taken there by Rollins. We see the score. 13-22 Hawthorn, or North Melbourne 10-10, and Rollins has the ball out there on the half-forward line. 23 minutes gone of this last quarter for the 76 Grand Final as we wait for Rollins to send them into attack. He's kicked the ball now up to the full forward pocket position. Oh, going through as Henry's played a magnificent game today, trying to force his way through the back, and the umpire's going to give a free kick for holding the ball. And the free kick to go to Paul Feltham down there in the back pocket. Feltham to take the free kick. Waiting on, was 30 points the difference. Up it goes now. Oh, he's got to pay that mark to O'Halloran. These defenders have been fantastic. O'Halloran, Polkinghorne, you can name anyone you like. They've stuck with their job from the very word go, bustling and hustling the North Melbourne forwards and stopping them from that play-on game and getting that handball going. There's the ball now, driven up there by O'Halloran, up towards the full forward zone. Ball hits the deck now. There's Henry trying to get clear, and the umpire's going to ball it up about 35 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Waiting for the umpire to throw it down. Going with this knockout is Nolan and Jones. Knocked out by Nolan. Cable picks it up. Hasn't been the dynamic player today, and a mark taken this time by Duke. They're kicking it and making mistakes left and right and centre, North Melbourne.
They're still struggling, Lee. You've got to give them credit there. They won't give up. The mark taken by Ablett over there on the half-forward flank on the southern side. Waiting for Ablett to put Hawthorn into attack. He's just taking his time. Hawthorn feel they've got this grand final won. A big kick now from Ablett right down to the teeth of goals. Up goes Henry, but Cowton spoils him. Cowton picks the ball up. He's taken to the ground there by Lee Matthews. Grabbed too high, says umpire Kevin Smith, and Cowton will take the resultant free kick. Actually between the fullback position and the centre halfback. Here's Cowton. Gets it towards the weak position on the northern side. Plenty of Hawthorn players there, but the North Melbourne boys are coming through. In comes Peter Knights. Ick doing battle with him. Taken away by Sutton. He's met there by Bremner. Bremner comes through. He cops one. He's getting the free kick for a trip. Ian Bremner. They're ferocious, these backmen of Hawthorn. Got confidence in each other as Bremner takes that kick. Up Mick Nolan's in the centre of that. Martello knocks it down towards Goad. Goad was held. He gets a push in the back. And Alan Goad of Hawthorn will take the free kick on the half-forward flank on the northern side. We're into time on in the 1976 Grand Final. 26 minutes gone as we wait for Goad to take his kick.
Waiting on Goad to have his kick from that half-forward line. It's a good kick. Right in the, just about in the forward squares. We see the ball drop that time by Dench. Now he's got it. He's in the back pocket, ready to make a move out towards this half-back line towards Greg, and Greg takes the mark. A little short of half-back. Into this quarter by about 26 and a half minutes. And they're trailing by 30 points, Hawthorn. I'd say they got this grand final sewn up. And by golly, they deserved it because they've played like real champions, a real team today, as we see Goad take a mark out there on the half-forward line. Waiting on Goad to send them into attack again. Both sides very tired. But I think Michael will agree that we've never seen a much better defence than Hawthorn have put up here today. They've been magnificent.
Impregnable.
That's the word. I couldn't think of it as the ball is kicked up towards the full forward zone now. Moncrief goes for the tap. There's Cable driving the ball back towards centre field. The mark there. That time a beautiful mark to O'Halloran. They've played in front. They've played from behind. They've played it from the side, and they've beat them all day.
He's been an absolute rock, O'Halloran, as we wait for him to take his kick. But don't forget, this is North Melbourne's third successive grand final. They won it last year, but they're in trouble this year, 76. The ball taken away by Cable of North Melbourne. He's going for that bit of a run. Cable kicks it over the centre. Up goes Malcolm Blight and takes the mark, plays on immediately. The siren goes! Hawthorn have won it! Hawthorn have won the 1976 grand final. Full credit to them, and our congratulations to North Melbourne for one hell of a battle. The final scoreboard reads in the 1976 grand